Well, hello and a very good afternoon, everybody. Good morning. Welcome along to Crafters TV. Literally 2 seconds in and already... I'm doing my intro, for goodness sake. Hello, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Hopefully you're having a brilliant day, and hopefully you've already been watching us. We had a brilliant morning with Craig and Michelle, and of course the legend that is Dawn Bibby with us all throughout the day today. So hopefully you picked up a few goodies, picked up a few hints and tips as well. But if you have just tuned in for the very first time, welcome along. Before I tell you about the show, I must just mention that over on the website today is £10 Tuesday or $10 Tuesday. Always worth having a bit of a look through the website. There's always some great deals to pick up, and if that was your budget today, you only had $10 to spend, you need to be getting over to the website because there's always a treasure trove of deals for you that are there for today and today only. As I said, it's going to be a great 3 hours. We've got a 2-hour craft along for you, and then following that, straight after, it's going to be our second hour with the brilliant Dawn Bibby. She's brought some amazing goodies today. I know already the Gonk collection, which was on this morning, has proved popular. She's brought as well this collection called the Mechanical Menagerie, which is sort of like an animal steampunky style collection, which has proved so popular. Plus some gorgeous pearlescent paper, glitter cast. Oh, it's all there. You can have a look on the website right now, but lots of her products are selling fast. Over the course of this couple of hours, though, we are bringing you an award-winning 2 hours, our award-winning craft along, where you get the opportunity to craft along with us in real time. We always do these, usually a couple of weeks after we launch a product, and today we've got the modern edgeables, which launched back on the 22nd of February, so that's what we're going to be concentrating on today. If you've already got them, we'll give you a full list of everything that you need to take part in the craft along. If you haven't, though, and you would like to take part in the craft along later on, we've got all of the goodies. You'll be able to buy them on the show, and then you'll be able to do the craft along at a later date. You right there? Oh, hang on a minute. Debbie's just, well, we'll find out exactly what she's doing, because she's just thrown some, well, she hasn't thrown some stuff at me. Thank you, Debbie, for bringing all of that over. Am I going to be doing a bit of crafting?
Well, I just thought you don't have to do the full project, but you could do a bit of paper pieces.
Yes, please!
Yay!
What are we making?
Right, so we're going to be making this. Now, the picture of the craft along looks a little bit different, so it looks like this. Because it was hard to photograph doing a triangular card. I just thought we'd do something a little bit different, but make it look really lovely, and just do a really pretty card today and some paper piecing. So you can have it out like this. We're going to be decorating the inside of the card, so I've left so you can write your own message in there. But I've actually used, on this one I've used Velcro. On the one we're going to do, I've used magnet. I'm going to use magnets.
Yes.
Just so you've got a clasp that holds it together to create that triangular shaped card. So it looks really cool, doesn't it?
It does.
And you may be thinking, oh, those papers are nice. Debbie didn't say that we were going to use these papers. These, Ben, I'm really being sneaky. They're from a new collection.
Is that from the collection that we're previewing later on a launch party?
Yes, it is. Yes.
That's launching tomorrow.
That's launching tomorrow, yes. Beautiful papers. So these sort of Harlequin papers as well on the front. They're all from the new collection as well. Look at those papers, beautiful. But I did think I was being a bit mean, crafting with something that you wouldn't have at home. So today I am going to be using the sage and purple florals. But what it means is you can craft with whatever paper pads you've got at home. As long as you've got some solids and you've got some pattern cardstock, you're going to be able to make this project, and we will give you the list of what you need coming up. But super easy, and it's just going to be a nice steady one, a little bit of paper piecing, and all will be good.
And all, as always, with our craft alongs, if you are crafting along with us, do let us know, because we like to know who's crafting, and then at the end, you see, you'll have the opportunity to send in your photos, so we'll be able to see what everybody's made. If you do plan on crafting along at a later date, also do let us know, and then you can send in those pictures. We'll give you all the details you need. But however, you are probably wondering, what will you need to take part in this craft along? Well, we have got the full recipe list for you here, which Debbie is going to take you through.
Yeah, absolutely. So it doesn't matter what edgeables you have, but the ones that I am using are the spring tulip, the romantic rose, and the Japanese anemone. 3 beautiful ones. But if you did want want to use any others, such as the bow or the butterfly, you can absolutely do that. We're then going to use some A4 white stamping card. The 12 by 12 pads I'm using are the sage and purple, pearlescent and the florals. I'm using the Ultimate Verse Compendium because it's got some great verses in there, but as long as you've got some verse stamps, you can use whichever. And just so some coordinating ribbon bows to go with your paper pads.
Good stuff.
Absolutely, and then we just need a few additional pieces to use, and obviously our main toolkit, which is our Gemini Mini, the guillotine, our scoreboard, our dotty tape pens, our straight tape pens, a fine tip glue applicator, some tacky glue to put in your fine tip applicator, and some tweezers. Nearly said tacky glue again.
So everything you need right there. So we'll give you a few moments to get your hands on all of those bits and pieces. Like we said though, if you haven't yet managed to get this collection, you will be able to pick it up through the show, and then you will have the ability to craft along at a later date. Let's quickly show you everything that you're going to be getting in this collection, which we launched, as I say, back on the 22nd of February. Your modern edgeables. You've got £14.99 saving today on this, or $19.45 if you're shopping with us in the US. And the great thing is, if you want to go on a two for with this as well, you can. Two for £17 or two for $24. So you're going to get in this collection your Japanese anemone. These are gorgeous. You've got that edgeable detail in these. So much opportunity, as you're going to see over the course of this show, for paper piecing. But again, you'll be using these in so many different ways right throughout your crafts. It's a lovely selection as well. I mean, that gorgeous romantic rose, again, absolutely screaming for you to do your paper piecing with. But hopefully you'll appreciate with this collection, look at that gorgeous spring tulip. Just the level of detail that you're going to get. And again, the ease of use that you've got with a collection like this to be able to create the most beautiful projects. From flowers to butterflies, I do kind of really feel that no collection would be complete without some beautiful butterflies, and you've got those in abundance in this collection. Also, you're going to receive your woodland fairy again as well. You know, if you've already purchased some of Dawn Bibby's goodies from earlier on, the gonks, something like this I think would absolutely work perfectly with the goodies that you've got there. That's the beautiful fairy, and then you've got that gorgeous Bonnie bow in there too. So bows and fairies and butterflies and flowers make that collection what it is. It's £35.96 today if you're platinum, $46.60 if you're shopping in the US and you're a platinum member. And worth bearing in mind as well, if you are watching us today because Dawn Bibby brought you here, do join in with the fun. Do take advantage of the deals. If you've never watched this before at Crafters TV, you can sign up today on the website. Join the club for free and get 20% off your first order as well. So if you decide to jump in and grab this collection and it's your first purchase, that price there is yours and you're automatically joined up in the club for free. 250 bonus points to get you started. Of course, the more points you accrue, well, the better the savings will be for you as you shop with us. Now, loads of you already in with us today. I know we've got Rachel, our social superstar today. Laura May is with us. Nee Connie is with us as well. Terry Anderson's in from Ohio. Lorna Jane Hunter is in from the Scottish borders. And Gilmore says, hello, Ben, Debbie, Team Social, and the CTV team. You've got Johnny and Charlotte steering the Good Ship Craft this afternoon. I'm delighted to say as well that we have got a guest with us who's going to be crafting with us over the course of the next couple of hours. So let's welcome her and say a very good afternoon to Michelle. Hello, Michelle, how are you?
Hi, I'm very good, thank you. Hi, Ben.
Lovely to have you with us. Is this your first craft along?
It is, yes.
And how are you feeling?
I was fine until I saw you on the screen and realised what I'm in for. So.
Yeah, I often think that.
Debbie, you hear Debbie? That's outrageous. No, it's going to be absolutely fine, and I'm sure you're going to have a lot of fun with us. Where are you from, Michelle?
Originally from Cape Town, South Africa, but currently Cornwall.
Wow, whereabouts in Cornwall? Because that's sort of my neck of the woods. I'm a Devon boy.
Charlestown.
Oh, right, lovely part of the... And what took you from South Africa to Cornwall?
We've recently moved to Cornwall. We were based in Bristol, and both the kids are off to university, so we decided to move to Cornwall. Yeah.
It's a lovely part of the world, isn't it?
Beautiful, yeah.
And have you always been crafting? Were you crafting when you were over in South Africa, or is it something that you've picked up since you've moved to the UK?
I'm a lockdown crafter, so like many of us, yeah. So just the last couple of years, but loving it.
Well, that's amazing and great to have you here on the Craft Along as well. We always say that, you know what, it's a lot of fun. We craft your pace, and the great thing is you're in the box seat. So if at any point over the course of the next couple of hours, you know, you get a little bit stuck or you need something repeated, you can just give us a wave, and we'll make sure that you're up with it all. But I'm sure you'll be absolutely fine. Have you've been doing a lot of crafting then over the last sort of 2 years, have you?
Oh yeah, I've been watching you guys all the time. Yeah.
Brilliant stuff. Well, Michelle, we will be popping back to you regularly, and as I say, any point that you get a little bit stuck, do I feel like I'm in school, raise your hand, and Mr. Moseby will come to you and answer your question. But are you ready, Michelle?
Excellent, I'm ready. Yeah.
Excellent stuff. Well, we look forward to catching up with you through the show. Isn't that lovely? Michelle found crafting again during the lockdown, and her first craft along today.
I know, as so many, and it's lovely. Thank you, Michelle, for joining us, because it really is lovely to have new people. We love having all our regulars that come on to craft along, but it's lovely to get a new take off somebody that's coming along for us. So,
and the point is as well with these craft alongs, as I've just said, even if you're only been crafting for a couple of years, we try and make these accessible for everyone, really, don't we?
You know what, Ben? I mean, we've gone through some really quite complicated craft alongs and some sort of projects that normally a lot of people just wouldn't tackle. So I love that we do it in real time. We can stop and start. And also, if you don't quite manage to do it through that couple of hours, doesn't matter. You can start again. You just go back and watch it. I mean, nowhere else, I think, offers that sort of education. And our craft alongs are becoming now worldwide known. I mean, they're award winning. What more can we ask for?
What more could you ask for? A few little comments. We'll just give you 30 more seconds or so to get yourselves ready. Jean Marie Penny says, I'll be crafting along today. Make sure you send your pictures in at the end. We'd love to see what you make. Lorna Jane says, of course, I'm crafting along. That's brilliant. Lorna Jane also just saying, I have got the ribbon and the tulip for today, but I'm now wishing I'd gotten them all. You can still pick up, of course, more of these. You can go on the 2 for, if you want to do that, 2 for £17 or 2 for $24. Gilmore saying, hello, Michelle, you'll be totally fine today. Ben is a big teddy bear, the Muppet kind. Lol. That one just for you.
She has
Gilmore.
got you down to a T.
And T. It's a good job I know her sense of humour. It really is. And Bonnie says, hi all, Debbie, looking forward to paper piecing. It takes time, but you get some beautiful results. I think we're all ready. Michelle is ready. Are you guys ready in the gallery? Yeah, I'm ready. Are you ready at home? Good. Are you ready, Debbie?
I'm ready.
I'm just doing a bit then, am I, from what you've thrown at me, a bit of paper piece?
Yeah, so you can do whatever you want. So you're not going to do the first bit. You're going to do it when we get to the die cutting. Yeah. You can do a couple of them and paper piece along.
Cool.
So, and then we can always make the card afterwards for you and can stick them on too. So yeah, so the first thing we're going to do to get started, we're going to take our guillotine and our white cardstock. So I've got a sheet of A4 cardstock. We're leaving the length of A4. Now, just for our American audience, just in case you've got different cardstocks, the length of our A4 cardstock is 11 3/4, okay? So it's 11 3/4 that we're leaving. Then we're going to bring this in and we're going to trim down, so butt your shortest side against the rim, and we're going to cut this at 6 1/4 inches. So nice and easy, go to your 6 1/4, make sure you're holding your guillotine down there so it doesn't slip, and straight down. And that gives us our first base of our card. So I've tried to keep this really simplistic with no loads of different score lines, different cut-in and score lines. We're keeping this nice and simple. Then we're going to bring in our scoreboard. Now, I'll tell you 2 different measurements, okay, only because if you have got the big score, then obviously it would be different measurements. But if you've got a smaller ball, which I always like to do just in case, because most people do have the smaller scoring tool, we're just going to score this down at 3 1/2 inches. So 3 1/2 inches, scoring down. And then we're going to go across to our 7-inch mark, and we're going to score that down, okay? Now, if you've got the big score, score then again at, I believe it's 10 1/2 inches. But because I've only got the smaller ball, what I'm going to do is fold that 7th line. So fold and burnish. and then we're going to butt that up against the side, and then we're going to score in at 3. Oh, done that wrong. The wrong way around, this way. You go, because we've already got the score line on there. Butt that across, and then we're going to score that again at 3.5 inches. Okay.
Yeah.
So what it means is that we've got 3.5 inches on each part of that card, and then this is the piece that's going to seal that triangular shape. So you can see when we fold that card then, so just folding that in, folding that tab piece, that will then all come round into that triangular shape. So, I mean, it couldn't be more simpler from an A4 piece of card.
Yes.
Right, now just so to let people catch up, I'm going to just repeat that so you know exactly what you're doing. And I don't think you need it repeating, but I think it's always good just to go in.
Some people might, so it's very handy. Very handy to do.
A4 piece of card, which is 11 3/4. And then we are going to go in and trim that down to 6 1/4 inch. So trimming that off, so that gives you your first piece of card. And then on your scoreboard, we are going to score this at 3.5 inches, at 7 inches. On that 7-inch line, you're going to fold and burnish. And then we're going to butt that piece up, so your biggest bit will be on top, smallest bit underneath. We're going to place that to the edge of our scoreboard again, and then we're going to go to 3.5 inches. Okay, and then that's going to create your panels there. So nice and simple.
Gotcha.
Okay, and then the next thing, let's get all our cutting out the way. Once you've got that done, we're going to take some more of our A4 cardstock, and then we're going to use our guillotine. So bring that back in, and now what we need to do, we want 3 pieces of card, and we want to trim these to 6 1/4 by 3.5. So first thing we're going to do, so I'm going to go across, oh, turn that way. We're going to turn this round, and we're going to go to 6 1/4. So that's the same measurement that we've got for our cardstock that we've just done. But these sections we're going to trim down to 3.5. But what I am going to do at the 3.5, I'm just going to come in a little bit, and I'll show you why in a minute. So I'm also almost going 3 1/4 plus a little bit. Okay. Okay. So just trimming those down, and we want 3 of those. So you get these all out of your piece of A4 cardstock. So 3 1/4, and then I'm just going a half into that half gap, so you can see I've not gone straight to the line, and trim that off. And then our next one, 2, 3 1/4, and then that little half. And then trim that down. So that gives us our 3 panels. Now these 3 panels are the right size for our die cutting. So we're going to do our die cutting next onto those. So that is all of our actual main cardstock done, Ben.
Oh.
So, and then we can then get into our die cutting and paper piecing. So did you want to, should we carry on, or do we want to just have a...
Yeah, I think we'll just take a quick little break there. Anybody else needs anything repeating? Of course you can, as I say, ask us. Worth just mentioning as well, do you know what? No word of a lie, this is the first time I've ever picked this up and ever had this on the show.
Really?
I've heard about this rose gold Gemini Junior. I've heard about it. Stuff of legend, isn't it, this?
I can't even believe we've still got them left in stock.
I can tell you how many we've got left in stock.
Oh, not many.
33.
Yeah, not many at all there.
That is it. And when these have gone, these have gone. So if you are perhaps looking for your first electronic die cutting machine today, you know, if you've been hankering after getting a Gemini Junior, this is a brilliant opportunity to get it and to get the rose gold one, which I know a lot of people want to jump in and grab. Just such a brilliant machine, as you guys all know, and I just love the fact that we've over time we've brought out kind of like limited edition runs. But when did the rose gold one come about? Was that on a birthday a few years ago?
Yes, it was. I've got a feeling it might have been our 16th. No, it wouldn't have been the 16th.
No, maybe
that was
the
year before.
About 2 years ago, potentially.
Yeah. Yeah.
And as we said, like, so many people wanted to get their hands on it. I think people who already had a die cutting machine were just like, do you know what? I've got to get this because, you know, a bit of a limited run on them. £79.99 is the price today. We've only got this available to our UK viewers, but look at the price on it. You're saving £100. Platinum members, you're still getting your 20% off. Pick it up today. You do run the risk of missing out if you don't, because the next 33 people that buy this get it, and then we're done. Oh, scrap that. Next 32 people that buy this get it, and then we are done. Grab it whilst you can. £79.99 for our platinum viewers. Love this so much. You've also got on the show this afternoon your 5-plate collection for your junior. So you know what, you'll get everything you need as far as your plates are concerned with your machine, so you're good to go. But it's always handy to have the extras there as well for, you know, when eventually you do need to replace your plates. It'd be nothing worse than getting halfway through a project or whatever it might be and then going, oh, you know, my plates aren't working properly anymore, I haven't got any spare. Even if you don't need them now, get them, because it's better to have them and not need them than to need them and not have them. You've got two of your clear cutting plates. You've got your metal cutting plate in there as well, your embossing mat, and we're also giving you your magnetic mat in there too. Saving 20%. 5 plates, £23.19, $27.99 if you're shopping with us in the US. And of course, you can obviously use those as well through your larger Gemini if you use them on the side, so that they're great for both machines. Plenty of stock, I think, as far as those plates are concerned currently. That could potentially go during this show. Now we've let you know we've got just really a handful of those remaining. £79.99 for our UK viewers. Right, I think we are all caught up. Let me just quickly check the old socials. Yes, we are good to go. Just a question from Lorraine, who wants to know about the dies that we've got, the edgeables. Will they work with the Mini, she says?
Yes, they will.
Good.
Yeah, we're going to use them in the Mini as well, so I'll show you how to do that. I just want to say something. The Gemini, the rose gold, if anyone's going, I know I'm doing ourselves out here, but if anyone's going for the plates today, that's nearly £30 for a set of plates.
Yep.
So if you deduct that from the price of the Gemini, you're only paying £70 for your machine because you're getting your plates in them. So that's really cheap.
That's good maths.
Because you get a whole new load of plates inside your machine.
So even better value than what we're talking about.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it looked lovely as well.
It's so amazing, isn't it?
I mean, I've put fingerprints all over it.
Yeah, oh, can I just say, you get 2 cloths with it as well.
Do you?
You get a duster and a cleaning cloth. Yeah, with Gemini written on them. They're very posh.
I'll just use me shirt sleeve. Please grab it whilst you can, because those will disappear. Right, moving on.
Right, let's start with our florals. So I've done that theme of having the florals, but if you want to use any of the others, the bow or the, I think there's a fairy.
Fairy, yeah, butterflies.
And butterflies, yes, so you can use whatever you want. The reason I chose these 3, apart from the bow is really simple to paper piece. I thought these had really nice pieces to paper piece. So let's take our first one. Doesn't matter which one you have, but if you are crafting identically to me, we're using that Japanese anemone. So we're going to pop that. And what
am I doing this bit?
Yes, you could do this bit. Yeah. Now what I've done, if I turn this over, on our actual die, I love this because it's not got, a lot of our edgeables would normally have a die cut that goes across the top. These don't. They literally just cut down to the stem and to the top there. But what I love is it's got this flat piece here. Now what we want to do, I've slightly done my piece of card just a little bit bigger, which will cut completely into there. Now because I've got a straight edge, what I am going to do, you'll need some low tack tape as well. So let me just grab my low tack tape and we're just going to tape that into place. So what I would do is put it on your glass mat, and then I'm just going to use my lines to guide me where this corner piece is. So I just need to know that I'm doing a straight line down this section. So we're just popping that into place, and I've got a very slight overhang at the top and at the bottom. Right. And all that's going to do is make sure that the lines at the top and the bottom are going to cut through completely. So this whole side will come away. So we're going to run that through. Oh, what you after?
Have a bit of tape, please.
Oh, yes, sorry. Yeah, you take that one. I'll grab another one. Yeah, there's
sure?
Lots here, look.
Oh,
Lots here.
I've never used an edgeable before.
He just loves coming across here.
I do, I just love to see you.
You've never used an edgeable before?
No, I've used lots of dyes with Daisy, but never used an edgeable. So this is quite
we'll have
exciting.
to get you and Daisy some edgeables then. So
Yeah, love
because
that.
they're nice and easy. So if you are new to crafting and you've just got your machine, whatever machine you've got, it's for thin metal dies. We've got the Gemini, which means we need our base cutting plate. Then I put on my card, my die facing down, then plastic shear, magnetic and top cutting plate. And that will cut perfectly every time, you can see. Absolutely beautiful. So we're just going to take that tape away. That edge will come away, no problem at all. Take this out, and then we're just going to disregard these pieces for now. So you don't need the white pieces, because this is where we're going to... I'm going to use my tweezers. Actually, we just poke those out as I've got them to hand. Yeah, we don't... I lost my train of thought then, what I was going to say. So, but I'm sure
disregard the pieces.
Disregard the white pieces, because we're going to actually cut them out. I need my pokey tool. You might need a pokey tool, Ben.
Okay.
So you might have to come across again.
Thank you. Hey, this is fun today, isn't it, eh? This is fun.
Always
I
fun
will.
to craft along.
Hey?
It's always fun to craft
Crafting
along.
and exercise today.
There you
Don't
are.
run with the pokey tool, though.
No, do not. No.
Just don't run, Johnny says. Full stop.
Yeah. And don't catch a pokey tool with your thighs either.
What did you just say? Don't catch a pokey tool with your
Have
thighs?
I not told you that story? Did you not hear my story?
No, it sounds painful.
So, yeah, a pokey tool rolled off the table, and without thinking about it, I sort of closed my legs together to catch it.
Ooh.
And it stabbed me right in my inner thigh.
Ouchie.
Yes, it wasn't very good, and it really stabbed right in. It was just sticking out, so it
What,
took
it
me
went-
ages.
oh my goodness me.
To actually to take it out, I had to just hold my breath and pull it. Right, so that's our first one. So we've got our beautiful one there. Then we're going to use our next one, which is our rose. So let's just, and I'm not going to pop these back, so I am just going to leave them onto the actual packets, because we're going to use these again to paper piece. So just pop them to the side while we actually do these amounts.
Okay.
So next one is our tulip, our spring tulips. Do you have a favourite flower, Ben?
Do I have a favourite flower? Do you know what? I think I love roses, obviously, and I love sunflower. As
Yeah, I
well,
love a
actually.
sunflower,
I think those
yeah.
are beautiful flowers.
I have to be honest, I go through stages.
You what?
I go through stages
Oh.
of liking different flowers.
Right.
I absolutely love daffodils.
Okay. Yeah, daffodils are pretty.
I love lilies, but I don't like the smell.
Oh, really?
Well, the smell gives me a headache. They can be really strong when you have them indoors, and the big lilies that open up. And even when you cut the stamens out, sometimes they can still have this really sort of pungent smell.
Can I also copy you and say daffodils as well, because the daffodils are just like springing up now around the village, and there's
so
nothing
pretty,
more
aren't
beautiful,
they?
is there? Like
No.
to see that spring has sprung when the daffodils are out and about.
Yeah, they
Really
are
gorgeous.
absolutely lovely. And it's a shame because they just don't last very long, do they?
No, they don't.
But they are rather lovely. So you can see, I'm a bit rough with my dies, as you can see. I literally just drop them onto the glass mat, and it releases most of the white pieces.
Okay.
So it's just a quicker, easiest way. You could get your die brush as well and take out all them pieces. Right, so we've got our two there, and then our third one, we're going to do our romantic roses.
I'm making a right old mess over here, by the way.
That's all right.
John is not going to be happy with me. I'll clean that out later. What did you do as your what did you do as your second one?
The tulips.
Oh, tulips.
Yep, the tulips.
Oh, I've got a fairy.
Oh, you've got a fairy?
I've got a fairy in the rose. Does that matter?
No, it doesn't matter. I've got them all here. Did you want to choose?
No, I do fairy.
Yeah, it doesn't actually matter.
I did fairy.
So again, we're going to line that up right to the end. I'm just making sure I've got that straight top and the bottom. And that's going to go onto there. And then again, just taping that down. Yeah, I didn't want you feeling pressured, Ben, so you can do it in your own time, so you don't have to get them all done.
No, I'll just do a couple now. I've done craft-alongs with jam before, so I don't feel the pressure anymore.
Yeah, that's good. That is the best thing about craft-alongs, because you really can do it in your own
Yeah.
time. And Ben's always watching the comments, so if you do get a bit you want to stop or you want to go back and show another piece, that's not a problem at all.
Ben is always watching the comments, apart from when he is too busy with his MIDI cutting with his edgeables. What are your favourite flowers, by the way? Let us know in the comments. Rhonda says hers is a hibiscus.
Oh, yeah, that's...
I don't know if I'd know a hibiscus if I trod on one, to be honest with you. Tulips and roses for me, says Jean Marie Penny. Oh, and a good question from Lorraine, who says, you know, with the plates that we have for our machines,
yep.
She says, what's that magnetic plate for, Debbie?
The magnetic plate, yeah, and actually we should explain it on most shows because obviously we always get new people to the Gemini, and we use it in a very different way to what the booklet tells you to use it. So let me just poke my pieces out and then I will explain exactly why we have a magnetic plate.
Okay.
So just take all my little pieces out. The reason I'm taking my pieces out now is because we're going to need our die to go back through for the paper pieces.
I see.
So, and if you leave your pieces in the die, it means it won't cut out as efficiently. You'll probably find because we've got the Gemini, it will cut out well and it will cut them out. But actually, the nice thing about these dies is because of the space in them, they leave a lot of the dies in here. And that's what we want, because we want to be able to take our pieces out to re-pierce them.
Yeah.
Re-piece them, not pierce
Re-pierce them.
Yeah, not pierce them, piece them. Right, so let me bring in my magnetic shim. So what we do here, the magnetic shim was brought to us because not only does it have a grid on it, which means that you can it's for using with your dies. So if I wanted to be specific with my die, I could put this right onto that edge there, and that's going to stay put. That won't come off. So if I pick it up like that, you can see it's actually magnetic, so it will stay on there.
Yeah.
So that means that it's going to warrant a place in my Gemini. Place your cutting mat on the bottom, then your plastic shim, then this one. It means when I then go to put a piece of card, let me just find myself a piece of card, I can make sure that I pop my card exactly where that needs to go. Put your top plate on and then that's ready to cut in your machine. But what you will find, a lot of us don't use this as it's intended. We use it as just an extra shim because so many of us and so many crafters, in fact I don't think there's one crafter that hasn't done this and put their dies the wrong way round. And then you just get really pretty fridge magnets. But it ruins your actual magnetic shim.
Yeah.
So what we tend to do, so this is great if you're a newbie. If you are new to crafting and you don't want your dies to move, use that as it's intended to magnetise your dies. That way it won't move when it's going through the machine. But what you'll notice, what we do and what I've been doing is we've been using your base cutting mat and then we have our card and then we place our dies face down. And that way it cuts into your cutting mat and then we use our plastic shim, our magnetic and our top plate. So a simple answer to that is it is just another shim, but it is a shim that will hold your dies in place if you need it to.
Gotcha.
Okie doke. Right, so that's our three. So we've got them all cut into place. And then we're going to start actually sticking these onto our card in a second. But I'm going to pass over to you just for, or you're still picking out your dies, Ben.
No. Do you know what though? I'm not being funny. Is anyone else like me? I love it, I know. I love picking up the pieces.
I used to, yeah. Well, I loved it until I didn't have to. Dies have come a long way and most pieces fall out of the dies, but actually there's something very therapeutic about poking your little pieces out, isn't there?
I absolutely, I love it. I'll stop in a second. I should have run this one through again actually, because I ran the rows through twice and it came out absolutely perfectly. But yes, I'll tell you what, whilst I'm just doing this and having like the best time, I'm having too much fun. Thank you for letting me do this, by the way. Let's check in with Michelle, who is in Charlestown in Cornwall. How are you getting on, Michelle? How's it all going? Are you up to speed?
Yeah, I'm doing exactly what you're doing, which is doing the pokey bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's going well.
And have you relaxed into it now? Because you said you were a little bit nervous at the start. Is it all going well? Are you quite relaxed now?
Yeah, I'm just pretending that it's not really a TV show, so and we're just having a chat. So yeah, I'm good.
That's it. That's all you got to do. You got to just imagine you're sort of in your craft room doing your own thing, and then this annoying bloke from up north just keeps jumping in now and again and asks how you're getting on, really.
You are absolutely not annoying, Ben. Definitely not.
Right answer, Michelle. Thank you so much. Yeah, so Michelle's up to speed with us. I'm crafting along as well, so it's all looking pretty good so far. If you have got any questions, though, by the way, my question is, please can I have a bin, because I'm making a right old mess, and John is going to come in here, and it's not going to be pretty. If you've got
Would you like a scrap piece of card? Then you can just put it all onto your scrap piece of card.
It's probably a bit too late for that, but I tell you what, whilst I'll go and grab John in a minute, whilst we try and find me a bin, let me show you the Centura Pearl that, oh, look at this. Debbie is looking after me. Thank you.
And I got your dotted tape pen.
Thank you. Thank you. Everybody raving about our Centura Pearl yesterday. We've got our 100 sheet collection here. £24 or $40 if you are a platinum member. And let me show you all of the gorgeous colours that you're going to get within this collection. Of course, 3.2 GSM, so perfect construction weight, and you get that beautiful sheen with our Centura Pearl as well. We've popped together 10 different colours for you here. 10 sheets of each, of course, and you're going to get your gorgeous baby blue. You'll get 10 sheets of the baby pink in there as well. It's a really lovely selection, is this. You've got cherry, you've got 10 sheets of lilac, 10 sheets of the royal blue, 10 sheets of your bam, 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 bam. Also 10 sheets of your turquoise, Christmas green 10 sheets, gorgeous pale gold, look at that, boom. And we're going to give you 10 sheets of your pale silver as well. Really lovely price, should be what, £40, $70, £30, $50 today. Platinum members, another 20% comes off, £24, $40. And if you are loving this craft along and you're going, hey, do you know what? I fancy having a go at this, but I haven't got the edgeables. Well, you need to jump in and grab them today. We've got the best deal, as always, is to go for the full collection. And it's like, I think it was Lorna Janie said earlier on, she came in originally and bought a couple, now wishes she bought more. I would say to you that if you're loving the concept of these, if you love the designs of these, jump in and grab the lot, because I know the majority of you are platinum members, so £35.96, $46.60. You can go on a two for if you wish, but the value for money is right here, getting this full collection. Because the great thing about this is, again, if you were thinking, oh, well, I'll buy them, but then, I won't know where to start, I won't have a project. Yes, you will, because you'll have this craft along to come back to once these arrive on your doorstep. You can simply come back to this show, whether you track it back down on Facebook, or the easiest way, subscribe to us on YouTube, search for the show, and it will be there for you to craft along at a later date, at your own time, at your leisure. So you'll have them all then, and once you've used these once, you'll be using these time and time again. But all 6 of those you're going to get there for that platinum price today of $35.96. $46.60. A few of you chatting about flowers. Lovely that you've all got different flowers, and it's that time of year now, isn't it, when the flowers are springing up. Lorna Jane loves a carnation. Lovely flowers. Laura May says, my favourite flower is the tiger lily and the sunflower. I love most flowers, says Lynette Coleman. Marsha on Facebook, I love violets, iris and tulips. Yes, tulips are gorgeous. Faye says, daisies and pansies are my favourite flowers. And Carol Cooper says, being Welsh, I love daffodils, but I also love carnations and roses. And Lorraine Horner on Facebook just wants to thank you, Debbie, for talking to her about the magnetic plate a few moments ago.
No problem.
That is what we're here for. We're live and interactive. That's why this show is award-winning. You can join us on the show. You can ask us the questions. You can craft along. So many reasons to love it. Right, I'm going to get back to cutting out my third edgeable. As I say, I'm just having a bit of fun over this side. I think you guys are all up to speed, and I think you're ready for the next bit, Debbie, aren't you?
Yeah, absolutely. So let's stick all these into place. So we've got our first piece of card that we did in the first part. So all you need to know is what is your outside. So your outside is the one where all your corners are bending downwards, okay? So we're going to have this, and these are going to stick onto your actual sections here. Now what you do want to do is just see where you want to place them. Now the reason I've gone with the tulip in the middle is because that's the least, what I'd say, the least fussiest flower. There's a lot more detail into the end one, so I think it balances it out really nice by having your tulip in the middle, but you use whichever one you want. So we're going to start with one, going to turn it over, and we're going to be bringing in our dotty tape pen. My actual thing I couldn't do without is this dotty tape pen. It's
Oh, right.
amazing.
Back in stock,
It is back in stock, yeah, absolutely.
but going fast.
Yeah, they are just selling. I mean, they sell because they work so well.
Yeah, that's your catchphrase, isn't it?
Yeah, because they work.
Because they just work.
Because they just work. But they're ingenious. I don't know how we have not invented them before now.
Yeah.
Because they really do. They don't leave any sticky residue. They go straight through your die cuts. They're so easy to apply. They're not like the normal tape pens where you have to sort of flick them at the end so you don't get, you lose them. You get dots wherever you place them. I also love that you can see them because they're blue, so you know exactly where you put them and everything's been covered. So just popping that all over there, and then we're going to stick our first one on.
Okay.
So let's pop that into place. Now all you need to make sure is when you are placing these on, make sure that you don't put them over your score line. I mean, if you wanted to, you could bend it and then put it into place. Then that way you know that it's not going to go over your score line. And if your cutting is slightly out, like I can see the bottom of mine slightly out, that doesn't matter because we can just trim that. So then I'm going to turn that over and use my score tool just to burnish that down. And what that does is just make sure that that's all really well in place on that card. Now I like the white on white. If you did, I'm just trimming that little bit off on the edge just to neaten that up. There we go. Yeah, I quite like this white outline on the white surface, but if you did want to just add some colour to that, you could put colour cardstock behind, or you could use your ink behind, and that would look really lovely. But I wanted that, just that pop of colour inside our actual flowers. So that's our first one. I'm going to bring now in our tulips, and again, just going round all those die cut areas, adding that adhesive. And you want these to stick down because it's the centre pieces that we're going to be paper piecing back in.
Am I just sticking mine onto the bits of card you've given me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because then we can always just trim yours down afterwards, Ben, and put it into a little card.
Gotcha.
I thought it would just be nice to sort of have them, and then you can, or you could take them home and Daisy could do something.
I will do that. I'll do that. Yes. I've always wanted to have a go at paper piecing actually, so I'm very excited.
So again, I'm just butting that up to that score line. And again, just making sure when you put that down, before you rub it, making sure that that folds really well. And that one is perfect. So again, using my scoring tool. I always use my scoring tool, Ben, to burnish everything. It's a great tool for so many things other than scoring.
Yeah.
And it just makes sure that you're working all that detail into there. Oh, look at you tidying up your rubbish. I'm impressed.
Do it as I go.
I'll let John know you're being a good boy.
Thank you.
Then we're going to use our rose one, exactly the same, just using those lines to go round. And all I would say was, if there's some sort of like intricate bits, like the spine on the leaves, pull away from them, not to them, because you might pick them up and they'll fold over. So this just makes sure that you're just adding those dots to where there's needed. So putting those other pieces on, and then like this bit here, because what you don't want to do is damage these little pieces. You want to stick them where those die cuts are. Because we're paper piecing back in, we want them to go exactly where they've fallen.
Okay.
There we go, the last one. And then pop that to the edge, and this one will go right to the edge of our card.
You always spot one little bit that you haven't popped out as well. I do, just as you're going to stick it down.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. There is always that one piece. And again, I'm just using my tool just to burnish over the top. So nice and simple. And there we go. And don't worry about any residue that is inside, because if you've got little tiny little bits or a little spot that's at the side, you're not going to notice them because we're going to paper piece the pieces back into that.
Yeah.
So that in itself is your card.
Okay.
So you've got a beautiful card with all your sides done, really lovely triangular shape that comes apart, that can be folded up and posted out. Anyone that wants to know the measurements, although if you're crafting along, you'll know, it comes to 7 inches by 6.5 3¼ when it's folded. So that's what size your envelope would need to be if you're putting it in. But at least you can open it up and fold it out straight. Right, now let's start on, because I know we're getting pushed for time. So let's start on now with bringing in our papers to paper piece. So I'm going to bring in these. So like I said before, this is the new collection that we've got on later on today.
Yes.
Which all these pretty papers. So I'm giving you a little sneak preview of that. But once you've got the concept of this, you'll know that you can use any papers that you want to. So I'm just going to be bringing in some nice papers here. So first of all, I think I want to have that lilac. So I'm going to pick a lilac out. So I want a lighter, I'm going to go for this sort of medium colour lilac to start with. And then I'm going to use a pattern piece as well. So in fact, I'm just going to use that first piece in this book, because I think we can then paper. I love the fact that we can paper piece different things. That feels too thick, but actually it's because these books are the thick ones, aren't they? They're 300 GSM on both.
Oh, yes.
Patterned. I was thinking the pattern paper felt too thick then, but I was forgetting it's a 300 GSM. Now all we're going to do, so I'm going to start with my anemone. So I'm going to bring this one back in, and I want to cut out first of all the whole one into this. So I'm just going to trim my papers around here and around there. There we go. Now, these are a little bit longer than your Gemini. So I'm bringing in my Gemini Mini. You can use your MIDI, Ben, and you can put them through your machine. For me, you get just a little bit more control in keeping your pieces together when you've got the MIDI, when you've got the Mini. Now, can you see, I'm leaving it this way because the ends of here, I only need them to do the flowers. I'm not doing my leaves on this. So I know that by putting this one up to the top of my folder, I'm going to cut out all those leaves. So pop it onto there, right to the top of there. And like I say, you can do it in your die cut. And if I turn that round, so you'll be able to see it as it comes out. Once we put that through, now you can always, and I think I'm going to go backwards as well with this, just so it gives us a double cut.
Yeah. Because
I really want the page to release from the die cut. But be careful when taking it out. So popping that there. Then when you open this up, you'll see that you've got your die cuts. Now, be careful, but now this is why it's easier to have a manual machine, because you can keep all the pieces that you'll probably need. And then all I'm going to do, I'm going to bring this in here, and we're going to slowly just peel back. Because what I want to do is leave the pieces in the die.
I see.
So just peeling that back. Doesn't matter if a few pop out, that doesn't matter at all.
So then you've mainly got a reference point of what goes where, rather than picking it out and shoving it on the side.
And that's what most people do when they're paper piecing. They die cut it, have all the little pieces fall out, and that just takes just that little bit more time. And then I can see the pieces that have come out are just these pieces here. So I know I can just pop them back in, and that's going to allow me to paper piece them much better. Okay?
Gotcha.
Now, if they were to stay in the die, there are ways where you could literally glue, if you left these all in the die, you could apply your glue to the back of all of these and then lay your die cut on top of it and then pick them all up. But to me, that's a little bit hit and miss.
Yeah.
So I'm just making sure that this piece here is not on the actual flowers. Oh, I think it might be. Let me have a look. We'll soon know when we start to paper piece. Right, so you should be at this stage where you've got all your little pieces and you're ready to pop them in. So let's bring this over. And also, yesterday, Ben, we did where you used as a stencil.
Oh, yes.
When you've cut this out, use this as a stencil to be able to do these flowers, because that works beautifully to use them. So don't waste that, or just use it on another project, which would be lovely. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to move that to the side, just making sure we keep it all in the camera. There we go. And then I'm bringing in Gloria. So I've got my little glue booth. And this for me is the best thing that you can use, because tacky glue is really easy to pop these in. So I'm just going to make sure there's no glue on my pin, pop that in there, and let's start at the bottom one. And all I'm going to do literally is I'm going to apply my glue straight inside all those pieces of that flower.
Okay.
Now, because tacky glue goes tackier while it's sort of drying, it doesn't matter that you do this whole flower, because it just makes it a little bit more tackier. And what I would suggest is take your dies, and we're going to take a pokey tool. So Ben, your pokey tool is your best friend on these, especially for the little bits. Can you see, like on this side, we've got that tiny little bit there?
Yeah.
I'm just going to put my pokey tool in, look, and it lifts it up. Now, for your little bits like that, it doesn't matter if they don't go in the right way. So that's upside down, but it doesn't matter. I'm just filling that little gap. And then you can start by sort of bringing them in, and then if they come out like this, use your tweezers then to pop them into place.
Okay.
So I'm going to turn that
I'm just asking out of curiosity, because obviously we've got like an hour and 10 left.
Yeah.
Are you going to pay? So you paper piecing all 3 of those?
Yeah.
In the next?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Don't think that's the right place. Can't find it. Is Michelle panicking?
No, I don't think that. I think she, maybe like me, just realised, because it takes a bit of time, doesn't it, the old paper piecing?
Yeah, it does, especially like me when I've put something in the wrong place. I couldn't work that out. I've put that in the wrong place. That goes in there. There we go. That's better. It does, but believe it or not, it comes together really quickly.
Yeah.
Like, you'll be quite shocked how quickly that comes together. But this is the mindful bit. This is the bit that's going to make you just... And once you've got all these smaller pieces, honestly, the bigger pieces just slot in.
But like you said, the good thing about this, though, is like, once you've done your cutting, you've got all the different bits and pieces. If you don't finish it in this couple of hours, it doesn't really matter, because you know the kind of technique of it. You know what you need to do, and even if you come back to it at a later date, you've got all the pieces there, haven't you? So
yeah, totally.
Just make it easy.
Totally. So I always like to do my smaller pieces first, because once they're slotted in, the rest then just come together, and they're just really quick and easy. And you don't even have to really push them down yet. Just pop them in. Use your tweezers and just go round popping all those pieces on. Okay. And then you'll see these bigger pieces will just fall into place.
I think I could be some time, because a lot of my pieces fell out, but it's fine.
Yes.
It makes it more fun.
And it is why the Gemini, the Mini, is a better way to do it.
Yeah.
And you just have to give it a little of time, so they all come into place. Yeah, and it is hard if they've popped out, because it does then become like a bit of a puzzle.
I see that as more of a challenge.
Yes, absolutely.
Exactly. And I'm going to try and finish 1, not 3, but then I've got some homework to take home,
absolutely,
you see.
Absolutely, yeah. And that's why I wanted to do it, because anybody, even if you don't get them all done, you've done your basis here of your card, and you can do your paper piecing in your own time.
Yeah. And that's the point, like you said, isn't it? This is supposed to be like a craft that you spend a bit of time with, have some fun with, and yeah, if you are crafting along, of course, you can just take your time, come back, finish it off later on. It is all good. So I'm just sticking down my first piece here. Isn't it satisfying?
I know, it's so nice. And it really does come together. Once you start sort of putting those pieces in,
yeah.
And I just find this a really nice way to do it. And like I say, with those small bits, pick that up with your pokey tool and just push them in that way. It doesn't matter that they are upside down. Use your back of your pokey tool to poke those in, because you've got like little rubber end on there which pokes them down.
Do we sell like little sticky pens, or did I dream that?
We do, but Dreamies do, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to leave my middle one. I don't want to do this one, because I want to do a different pattern. Although saying that, time-wise, I'm thinking maybe we should just paper piece it all in. Yeah. Because if we start doing different variations, it could take a little bit more time. So I'm just going to do my next flower now.
I mean, as I say, I'm having a go with this as well. I'll show you when I'm a bit further down the line, but lots of you are loving it. Laura May saying, love my dotty tape pen, such a game changer with my creator card projects. Nee Connie saying, I'm already loving this, Debbie. And Miriam says, paper piecing takes tons of eye/hand coordination and patience, but it's absolutely worth it. That's the point.
Yes.
And Rachel on the socials is saying, everyone is concentrating hard. Not many people commenting at the minute, but I think people are sort of concentrating, and it's one of those crafts again, paper piecing, that you can get lost in quite easily.
Yeah, absolutely.
Both you and I go very, very quiet.
Yeah, and I'm now trying to find my pieces. I can't find where that bit goes, so I'm actually going to put that to the side for a second. and then piece them back in.
I've got to tell you, I've watched you guys do this previously, like paper piecing, and I thought I would quite enjoy doing this, and yeah, this really appeals. You see,
I can't get mine in there.
we Daisy loves to do her crafting with the one, and you know what I'm going to say. The one craft
so
which
weird.
I really love doing is iris folding, because I love it that it takes a little bit more time, and I love the whole process behind it, and I think that's why like paper piecing appeals. I can see a lot of people would just be like, so many pieces, I don't want to do it, but I'm loving this because I love something which takes time, and it's almost like doing a little jigsaw puzzle, isn't it?
It is like doing a jigsaw puzzle, yeah. And my bits are falling out in the middle, and it's actually made me really appreciate how difficult that could be if your pieces have come out.
Yeah.
But I think I'm getting there now. I think I've just worked out where the pieces are. So I must have put these in the right place to start with, but they just didn't look like they fitted very well. See, and that fitted there now first time, and that was where I put it. But no, it's good fun, it's mindful, it's restful, it's just lovely to be able to do something
And as
like
I say,
this.
it's a craft that you can come back to, isn't it? You don't have to do it here and now.
No.
You can sort of do a little bit, come back to it a little bit later on. Good question from Teresa, who says, Debbie, what's the best adhesive to use when you're paper piecing on acetate?
Oh, an acetate. Actually, tacky glue as well.
Yeah.
Tacky glue is good. The other way to paper piece, you could die cut through adhesive shapes. I've tried that before, but to be honest, it's quite a bit of a faff to get the backing off of all your shapes.
Okay.
So I just found it just as good to do it this way. So I don't think there's no easy way.
No.
I think it is one of those crafts you have to spend a bit of time doing. And when you think about it, I mean, this really isn't going to take too much time. It just feels like it's going to take a lot of time, but it comes together quite quickly.
Carol's has said, what are the two paper pads that you're using, Debbie, as they are stunning?
Yeah, they're lovely, these ones. I'm not sure if we've got them in stock. If we have, they're called the Sage and Purple Florals. Yeah. And the Sage and Purple, let's have a look, Sage and Purple Pearl pads.
Okay.
But we do plenty of pads, and if we haven't got them, wait till later on, because we do. I do apologise if they're out of stock. We haven't got them currently. They, yeah, we do lots of paper pads, but we do have a really beautiful one later on coming.
Okay. Yes, we do.
Yeah, you
previewing later.
Those. So it looks like I've lost some of my pieces here as well, so I've got a couple of bits there, but I'm not going to worry too much, and I will show you in a little while how to get around that as well, because if you do lose some bits, you could either go back in with your actual with your card and die cut some
die cut
more.
again?
Yeah, just die cut that little bit. You just need to put a tiny little bit of cardstock in the piece that you've got missing.
Yeah.
Or you can just use your pen and colour it in a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Right, so that's our second flower done.
Cool, blimey, you're flying through this, aren't you?
Oh, I didn't think I was. How's Michelle doing? How many flowers has Michelle done?
Let's check in. Well, I can tell you, in the time that you've pieced 2 flowers, I've put in 1, 2, 3. I put in 5 pieces in mine.
Well, that's good.
That's all right.
Not bad,
But I'm not panicking.
And you started a little bit later as well. Yes.
I did. How are you getting on, Michelle? How are you finding paper piecing?
Yeah, I think I've definitely pulled the longest straw because I've gone with the tulip. So it's
oh, look at that.
So I'm just starting on my second one now.
See? Beautiful.
That's gorgeous.
That is gorgeous. Yeah, the tulip one's a lovely one to paper piece. But you say that, Michelle, there is some really tiny pieces in the tulip as well. So you've done really well to get those done, and it looks stunning. Well done.
Thank you.
Is this something you've done before, paper piecing, Michelle?
I have given it a go before, and because I knew what we were doing today, I did cut out a couple of colours because I've only had the one dye that I chose to buy. Yeah. I've got the roses and others edgeables, but not in this range. So yeah, I've got a couple of things on standby. So so far, so good.
Excellent stuff. Yeah, it looks like you're making great progress there as well. Gilmore's just said, oh gosh, I think I need to make this starting now. And Clarice just said, good morning, question for Debbie.
Yes.
I made myself a Gloria glue booth.
Yep.
But it clogs. I am using the same products as you. Am I missing something? So have you got a top tip with that?
Right, so yes, last week for the first time Gloria clogged on me, and every time. So what first tip, make sure it's always upside down. Always.
Right.
So make sure your glue is always, no matter, even if you've got a little bit left, your glue is in the tip of the bottle. So that will definitely help. Now what I did notice is I was away for about a week and not crafting with Gloria. And every time I did this, which I normally do, I sort of unclog, just pulled my pin. I always take my glue off of the pin or just wipe it onto some tissue and then just take away the nozzle, and then it'll work for a little bit and then it will just get stuck again, and then I'd have to do this again. And in the end, what I noticed, and I've never done before, Ben, so it's really not good you asking, because it could be the same for you, take the metal tip off. So what I did was I unscrewed this metal tip, and actually what had happened, it had dried around here, and it just kept overlapping. So every time the pin went in, it was piercing it, but then it was just going back over. So all I did was wipe this piece here, and I can feel it now, it's all like little tiny glue pieces, and it isn't something I ever done before. So take away, I can feel it all, that does clog up. Take all that away so that's free, then pop that back into place, and it'll be absolutely fine.
Top tip.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm pretty sure that's what it will be, and then it will flow freely again. But always make sure that it's upside down. Okay.
Well, let us know, Clarice, if that fixes it, and hopefully that will be the solver for you. I'm just changing tact here because I've done the fairy, and I reckon there's tons of bits in the fairy, so I'm now just cutting the bits for the rose, and I'm going to do that because I think there's less bits to actually piece back in there.
Yeah.
So I want to try and finish one by the time you finish three.
Well, yeah, I started with the anemone because it is the one that's what I think's got the fussier pieces. Yeah. Michelle's right. The tulip is a really good one if you're a beginner at paper piecing because it has the biggest amount of space, which sounds odd, but it's the biggest amount of space that will be easier to piece back in.
Yes.
But once you've got your design and you start just picking up your pieces, it all just slots into place because those dies have come out of those spaces. So they fit perfectly back in. So popping that one back in. And then just having your tweezers and your pokey tool, they are definitely going to be your best friend with paper piecing. My there, I've just done it. My pokey tool had a little bit of a notch on the end, so it wasn't picking them up very well, but I've just straightened it out. On a little notch. It's almost like the very, very tip bends a little bit.
Oh, okay.
So all I've done is just flattened it on my glass mat.
And silence.
I know.
This is where I should be talking.
I was trying not to have that silence.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I think everybody's enjoying the craft along, and I kind of feel that everyone who's crafting along with us currently is sort of silent with us because they're just lost in this loveliness that is paper piecing.
And it really is worth it. You know, sometimes we always talk about sort of that quick crafting and getting on with things, but sometimes it's like colouring. We just want some time where we can literally just create our own masterpieces. And paper piecing is definitely that. Oh, just need to, that one's cooked in.
I have got, Johnny, do you know what? Johnny's just watching me and just going to need some tweezers. I have got some tweezers somewhere.
Yeah, I did give you some.
But I've got, to be honest, it's a bit of a mess over this side. It's a creative mess, and yes, I have got the old sausage fingers, which doesn't help. I've started again, in case you're wondering. He's only done 2 bits. I've started again because
I love that colour.
what I'm going to do, piece all that in, and then of course I've got a yellow bit for the stem here, which I'm not going to use. And then once I've cleaned this out, I'm then going to cut that again in the green there for the stem.
Yes, so the reason I haven't done the stems is because I do them all last at the end.
Yeah.
So get all your sort of flower paper piecing done. Once you've done yours, so I've just done all of those pieces, I'm going to leave my middle sections because I want to place some of the pattern cards that I want to use for the middle. But what I am going to do is turn it over and again, just use your tool to burnish down. Don't worry about marking the back because we're going to decorate that with papers, but that just makes sure that all those pieces go in there, no problem at all, and look beautiful. I mean, that already just looks gorgeous, doesn't it? So then we're going to start with our tulips. So we're going to cut those out. And then we're just going to, but this time I'm going to use the pattern papers. So I quite like all these different effects that we've got running through here. So just choose where you sort of want to place your tulips. And
So what are you doing, pattern papers this time as opposed to just the plain?
Yes.
Interesting.
Yep. Yep. Now I wouldn't go for highly pattern papers. I like this just because it's got some variations of colour in here. So we're just going to place that over the top. And again, put that right to the top of my Gemini Mini because it doesn't matter at the bottom because my flowers are all up the top. And then we can cut those through.
Hey. A few comments coming through. Shaddai says, I think Debbie owns the patent for this Gloria booth, and I would make and sell it if I were you, she says. It's the best creation ever.
I know. I have so many messages about people that have Glorias, and they're all called Glorias as well.
Yeah. She says, I have 3 Glorias, and I love them.
Yeah.
I wash the caps with warm water and a tiny jewellery blush. Well, that's not easy to say, is it? A tiny jewellery brush, if it does clog. Nee Connie says, I'm in a temp coma right now, just watching you all. I love the yellow on white, my Lord Ben. Thank you. Yeah, me loving that too. And Wendy says, I'm just listening whilst doing an A4 tangle. I love the fact that you guys, like a lot of you are crafting along with us, but I also love the fact that, you know, you just stick us on, you've got us on there in the background whilst you're doing whatever sort of craft you fancy as the day goes along. And, you know, you can come back to this at a later date. You can pick up the goodies right now. Maybe you've already got this set and you're thinking, oh, I'm doing a bit of other crafting right now, but I'll come back to this. And that's the great thing about our craft, as long as they're always there for you when you decide that you want to have a go.
Absolutely. So in this one, Ben, some of my pieces have already stayed in my cardstock.
Yeah.
So I can use that to my advantage. So if I just take off the edge of here and hover that over the top of my die cut, because I've put my glue on, all I then need to do is to push that into there, just like so. So if you've got any pieces that are still in the die cut, just push, oh, that one didn't want to come out. Push them in. No, that still doesn't want to come out, that piece, so we just have to pop that bit. But then we can pop that into place. Let's use my tweezers.
Is that, can I just, Johnny, what you just said in my ear, is that for public consumption? So just to let you know, I know everyone's kind of relaxed right now and everyone's quite chilled out. I've got some news to excite you. Dawn Bibby, of course, coming up in just under an hour's time. And earlier on this morning, there were a few items that you couldn't get hold of on the website. You're like, I want to get hold of them. Like we've got the beautiful nesting dies and the alphabet dies and the florals. You couldn't get them. They're now live. They're now in stock. So get them now whilst you can, because I have a feeling once we go live with that show just after 4, it is going to be bedlam, because it was busy for the gonks this morning and those mechanical menagerie animals.
Everyone loves a gonk, don't they?
Everyone does love a gonk.
Me too.
Love a gonk.
Do you know what the difference is between a gonk and a gnome?
Oh, I'm boring, I do. But you can you say it. You say it.
Dawn's probably told them, because I'm sure she must know as well. But yeah, the difference is gnomes, gonks don't have eyes. You can't see their eyes.
No, their hat's always over their eyes.
Their hats are always over their eyes, so they're classed as gonks. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I had that little bit. That's that bit, isn't it? Yes, that come out of there.
See, I've now lost a little bit. Where's that bit gone? Oh, why
Why. Well, it's good to know that even our Charlotte's relaxed. She's like, this is so relaxing.
Yeah. Charlotte thinks she's about to fall asleep. Yeah. If the screen all of a sudden just goes dark, you know that Charlotte's fallen asleep. She's landed on the button and switched it all off. I can understand, Charlotte, why you feel the way you feel, because it is chilled. It is nice to do a show like this sometimes.
Absolutely. Dawn has a good glue as well, which would work well with this.
Yeah.
So that's a good one as well. Because although I'm saying that, Dawn's glue dries very quickly.
Right.
So I think you perhaps need a little bit of time for it to stay wet. So tacky glue is probably the best glue to use.
Do you know what I would say as well? Also, like, if you've already got this set, potentially this is just an idea of mine, because I'm quite impatient, because I obviously doing the flowers right now, but I want to use the die to be able to cut out me leaves and me stem as well.
Yes.
Wouldn't hurt this kit having more than one of the dies.
Good idea.
Do you know what I mean? So you've got one there with your colour on for your leaves, and then one with the next bit. Entirely up to you, but I'm just thinking about making things quicker for you as well.
I've always said that when things go on sale, like even if you've already got them, it's so handy to have another set.
Yeah.
And you're right, this set would really benefit from that, especially if you only want to go for one or two of the dies.
Yes, exactly.
You could then potentially just get a couple of each.
But then also, if you then want to craft and share with friends, you know, the kids, the grandkids, makes it nice and easy to do that as well. Ooh. I'm having the best time. Just putting that out there. You guys are loving it in the comments as well. Don't forget, if you want to go for the full set, details on your screen is available right now. And we've also got it on a little 2 for deal as well. 2 for 17 or 2 for 20. Ooh.
So look how nice that now looks. We've got almost like that mottled effect in it from our pattern papers. So, and if I bring in my other one that I've done here, I use pattern papers in this one as well, so you can sort of see the difference. And then I brought this pattern paper into this side. But yeah, that's looking lovely. Right, so we've got our last one to do. So that is our rose. And then I'm going to go back. In fact, I think I'm going to use a darker one. So let's go in and use that really beautiful dark purple. This one here.
You're flying through.
I don't feel like I am though, Ben, that's the thing. So I think possibly if you're crafting along at home, tell me if you're keeping up with me. Our Michelle is definitely keeping up with us, so which is good.
I think if there was a race, I would definitely be lagging behind in last place. But it's not a race.
No, it's not a race.
Not a competition,
not
everybody.
At all. Right, so I will just pop this one through. Oh, I've done it again. And what I don't want to do, I won't want to leave it where I can't see it. So when I'm putting this through, I'm going to actually turn it upside down because I don't want to not have those pieces, and I'm going to pop that through again. So I like to do it twice, then I know they've cut really well and gone through. And then let's take this one off. And take oh, there we go. And then all I'm going to do is pull that back, so leaving all those pieces. It feels like this cardstock just goes really well, like sits really well at leaving all those pieces there. So we can see we've got those gorgeous ones. So the rose is a good one to use. Oh, we've got some that haven't gone, so this one here. So again, I'm going to use those ones. We've got a swirly one in the middle and the outside edge. So I'm going to put my glue onto them.
Beautiful.
And then, which is the one we've got?
Kirsty D's just got in touch to say, good afternoon. I just got in from work. Time to relax with a cuppa and some Crafters TV. I might do a bit of crafty shopping and spend the money my son gave me for Mother's Day. Just also, by the way, just whilst you're watching us, I must let you know that launch party later on. We've got the launch of our brand new Crafters Inspiration magazine, issue 3. That's a stunner. And also, it is £10 $10 Tuesday today too. So if you have got a bit of money, maybe, you've got a bit of money for Mother's Day, check out the website because we've got loads of £10 $10 deals, which are obviously there for today only because it's £10 $10 Tuesday. So, oh, hello. Go and have a look at the website. Sorry, flicking bits of cardstock at myself. And Debbie Marn on YouTube just saying, this looks amazing, Debbie. It's a great project, isn't it? A lot of fun.
Yeah, it's what I mean. We kept it simple, and I did think, well, we could just get away with just doing a couple. And then I thought, actually, I've never done sort of a triangular shaped card before, so I thought let's do that. And it's nice because we really do have the time to do it on the craft along. And obviously, it's really nice when we've got time to spend on anything.
Well, yeah.
Life is far too busy.
Life is far too busy, you're right. But I think that's why this show's won awards, because we literally do it all in real time. We give you plenty of time, you know. You have a good couple of hours here.
I mean, and you get it for free to watch back whenever you want.
That is such a great point.
Because like it's like anything, like, I mean, Sarah's done lots of tutorials on USBs, but they're normally ones that you would have to buy to get that content. Craft alongs, literally, you could just type in. In fact, you could go to anything you've bought in the last year and just type that product in a craft along, and you'll find a craft along with it.
Yeah, because we always do them, don't we? Usually like a couple of weeks after that we launch them. Yeah. We always sort of guarantee that we'll have a craft along for you, so then you've got a bit of inspiration to take away. So you're never left. And the great thing is, you know, you think about all the inspiration that you will get. So when you bought these originally, if you did buy them from the launch show, you'd have had all the inspiration from that show. Then you have a craft along. Then they'll be featured in other shows as well. And what I love here as well is we've got so many talented crafters like Debbie, you know, like Craig, and more often than not, everyone gets their own go at working with these dies. So you've got, you know, because you guys all craft differently, don't you? You all have the different ways that you do things. So it's nice that, you know, everyone at home gets lots of ideas from lots of different crafters.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, we do. We're all very different.
Jean Marie says, I was keeping up, but I got sidetracked ordering the beautiful essential filigree dies from Dawn. They're live now on the website.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
They've all stopped. They've all stopped the craft along and they've gone to get Dawn Bibbies.
Yeah. Johnny's just saying we haven't got huge amounts of stock of the stock which has come in. So if you had your eye on any of those goodies earlier on, the filigree dies, the florals we had as well, the alphabet. The rectangle collection, by the way, is proving really, really popular as well. Hopefully it won't be a case of by the time we get to that in about 40 minutes' time, they'll all be gone. And
honestly, if you did want to stop, because even if you don't get the last couple of pieces of your paper piecing done, we can still get the project done and you just go back and do your paper piecing.
Exactly right.
So it's one of those projects that you don't have to completely finish your paper piecing until afterwards. So please don't worry about
that. Lynette says, I've ordered the third inspiration this morning. That's the magazine, which we've got coming up later on.
She loves our magazine. I know Lynette. She lives in my hometown.
Oh, does she?
Yeah. Are you crafting along, Lynette? That's what I want to know. Yeah, she does love the magazine. I think she's been collecting it for many years.
I'm looking forward to that show later on, because I said to producer Johnny, I said, oh, new magazine, that's got to mean, you know, me and Debbie, we get to put our feet up in the sofa section of the studio for a little while, you know. So I'm hoping that's going to be the case a little bit later on.
Absolutely.
We're going to have a flick through the magazine, a little bit of a chin wag about it, haven't we?
Yeah, absolutely. You know? It's a great one this time.
It is.
Well, it is every time, I know, but it really is beautiful.
The freebies that you get, knock your socks off.
Yep.
Like dies. There's stamps in there. Huh?
Stencil.
And you're getting 18 sheets of paper and toppers in there as well.
I know, yeah.
It is bonkers what you get for free.
And not just the magazine, it comes like in its own like little filofax.
Yeah.
Which is amazing. And I'm sure Johnny will be able to confirm, but I think we can still get issue 1 and 2.
We can buy one, get one half price.
Oh, wow.
Tonight.
So even if you're new to the magazine, you can get all free today. Can you imagine getting all free home and just having all their magazines to just look through and craft from and read?
Yeah.
They're amazing. And I have to tell you, our magazines are second to none in that they don't have loads of advertisements.
No.
You haven't got like every page. And I have to say, I used to buy craft magazines all the time. Like it used to be a little bit of an obsession. I'd buy all different ones just because I wanted different projects.
Yeah.
But I used to get really tired of all the adverts. And don't get me wrong, I know that people have to have advertisements because they have to be able to pay for that magazine.
Yeah.
So I get it, but our magazine doesn't. We're really lucky because Sarah spends her marketing budget on the magazine. So it's not really about the sales of the magazine. It's about you getting to know our products.
It's so true that what you said about magazines, and it's not just craft magazines, it's all magazines, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you get to like the final sort of
adverts.
third of the magazine or the final quarter of the magazine.
There's nothing but adverts.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing but adverts. Right, there we go. So I've done my 3 on there. And next thing we're going to do, we're just going to tap these off. Doesn't want to, there I go, a few off there. And then I'm going to do my stems in the green. So we will get our stems done. I think I'm only going to spend another 10 minutes on this because I want to get the decorating done, and then we can always then go back in and do our stems afterwards.
Okay.
I even timed it at home, but I think I don't time the stopping and starting. So do I want a darker green or a lighter green? I'm going to go for this really beautiful lime green in the book. So let's take some of that one out. And then this time I don't need to do it all, so I only need to cut up till that stem because you don't need to waste your papers. So let's just cut along there and then have that coming down. Just pop that on there, just so I know I'm cutting just where we need our leaves. So onto there, and then again I'm just going to place that down next to the top. So this way we're doing it the other way round because we're not cutting our flowers. Let's pop that to the side.
Comments still coming in. Sorry if I'm really silent today. I'm having the best time. Kay Thurgood on YouTube says, hello from Adelaide, South Australia. Hello, Kay. Hello, Australia. It's almost 1 a.m.
Wow.
But Kay says, I just love your shows. Thank you. This show, I mean, in a good way, is probably putting you to sleep, isn't it? If it's 1 a.m., you're probably snoozing away. Thea says, I've got the filigree dies, yes, and the tulip and the bow, which is amazing. Marisol saying, I appreciate the saved videos. I just found Crafter's Companion and my products have started to arrive. I was able to search iris folding and I found a great video to get me going, exactly what Debbie was talking about. And Pammy says, I just got the magazine too. I love the magazine. I cannot wait for it to arrive. I just sit and flip through it over and over again. And Shadiah just saying on Facebook, I'm back, my Lord Ben. Thank you, Shadiah. Order in for Dawn Bibby. Yes. So you've been off, done your shopping, grabbed your deals, and now you've come back to the relaxing craft along. How often do we do the magazines? Are they bi-monthly?
Quarterly.
Is it quarterly?
Quarterly, yeah.
That was answered Marisol's question. Quarterly magazine.
Yeah, quarterly magazine. Be nice if they were monthly, actually.
Hey?
Be nice if it was monthly.
Yeah, as I say, I thought it was bi-monthly. But...
Although I suppose they're a little bit more than what regular magazines are. Although saying that, I mean, and I'm sure, I took that out and I didn't do those bits, I've done my little bits. You know, they charge quite a lot in just general magazines these days, don't they? Without having any extras.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the kids ones are ridiculous, aren't they?
Johnny, you're right. I bought my granddaughters a couple of magazines and I think they were like $5.99.
Yeah. It's because they always put like the sort of cheapy plastic toy as the freebie. By the way...
Not free.
Well, no. The goodies which we give away are phenomenal. And exclusive as well to the magazine. I don't know how we managed to do our magazines for the price that we do them for. And you'll see later on, if you've not seen them before, I can guarantee, if you're going, oh, well, I'll wait till later to see the show, I can guarantee that once you see what's in that magazine, once you see the freebies that you get within it, you'll be like, I'm having that. How have you managed to do it at that price? It's unbelievable.
This pokey toy is really getting on my nerves.
Why?
Because it's got a little nip at the top.
Oh, mine's got like a little ridge on it. It keeps getting stuck a little bit.
And it keeps like, it's just not, and I've not had one like that before. I think this one might be better. Yeah, I don't want to be throwing it across the room because it's
don't be doing
annoying
that. Dear, oh dear.
Don't want to be doing that, do we?
Right, I'm just going to cut mine out again. So I've got me. I'm still on my first one.
Oh no, it's fine, absolutely fine. And honestly, if anybody else is still on their first one, please don't worry.
No.
You know what you're doing.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's a sort of training session on how to sort of paper piece. You absolutely know how to do it.
That's it.
It is just a case that do it in the time that suits you.
Yeah.
So
There's
I'm
no
just
pass
gonna-
or fail, is there, on the craft-alongs?
Absolutely not. But what I am going to do, I'm just going to do this one. I think we'll have a little break to let people sort of catch up a little bit, and then what we'll do is finish the rest of the card, and then obviously if we've got a bit of time at the end, then we can go back in and do the other leaves.
Okay.
But I think it's quite nice just to get them done now. Make sure, at least that way you know you can do your full card, because the paper piecing you don't need any measurements for.
No. And isn't it true to say, like, time flies when you're having fun?
Oh, absolutely.
I can't believe an hour and a half has already gone by on this show.
I know, yeah.
Because I always say this, like, my sort of job this side of the studio makes the hours go very quickly because it's always fun, it's always like really interactive. But then when you add the crafting into it as well, it absolutely flies by.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
So.
Right, so that's our first leaves. Let's just turn that one over. Give that one a rub down.
Whee!
Is yours looking good though, Ben?
Yeah, it's getting there. I'm just... Is that going like that? No, other way. I'm just adding a bit of the old greenery in there. You'll be able to see in a second. I think Charlotte's got a camera.
I think she has got the, yeah, we see it a little while ago.
Getting there. I'm just sticking my leaves down now. There you go. Oh, bit messy.
Oh, look at that. It's looking amazing. I love the yellow roses.
Yeah, getting there. And then I've recut with my die again, so I've got all the leaves now that I can pick out and pop onto here. I really enjoyed it. I think if I was creating a card like this, it would take me a little while, but I'm enjoying the whole process and it's a lot of fun. Let's just quickly go back to Cornwall because it's a lovely part of the world, and let's go to Charlestown. I want to say, I know you said Charlestown. Is that near St Austell?
It is in St Austell, yeah. Yeah, it's one of the areas in St Austell.
Yeah, you got
Charlestown.
some gorgeous beaches down there, haven't you? Then
we've got a few, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got the weather's a little bit overcast today, but it's dry, and I'm just very glad that my dogs aren't making a noise because that was my worst fear, that they would start barking.
Oh, what dogs have you got?
Noisy ones. So it's usually the smaller ones.
It's always the smaller ones that are really noisy.
Yeah. We've got 2 Jack Russells.
Oh yes.
Mac and Molly.
Mac and Molly.
Yeah.
I've got a Mac.
Have you?
Yeah, he's a border collie though.
Oh.
Yeah, not so noisy. Slightly bigger dog. Doesn't really make much noise. Bit of a wimp really when it comes to dogs. Scared of everything, but he's lovely.
Oh gosh, no, these ones, yeah. They don't chase anybody away. They just welcome everybody here. So I'm not sure what kind of security they're offering, but you know.
At least you're in a lovely part of the world to take them for walks at certain times of the year, aren't you? On the beach, I guess.
Yeah.
Lovely down there.
Absolutely.
How are you getting on with your crafting?
Okay, I think so. This is kind of.
Wow.
Oh my
Debbie,
goodness,
what do you
that's
reckon?
beautiful. I love it. I love the mirror card. That
Yeah.
is looking stunning.
Yeah,
Really stunning.
I did have a little bit of an issue because when I was squeezing the tacky glue, the silver part came off.
Oh no.
But I managed just to let it dry and rub it off. So I think it's okay for now.
Absolutely, it looks amazing. I love that, really beautiful. And do you know what's lovely about that is they actually look different. So even though you've used the same dye, it looks like a different dye because they're different pictures. Oh,
Yeah.
beautiful. Absolutely lovely.
Yeah.
All good stuff, and it's nice, isn't it? Like the fact that you've used your pattern papers, we've used some like of our textured cards like I've got here, and then you've got Michelle there using that mirror card. Just shows you the different card and paper that you can use to create different effects with your paper piecing. Gorgeous.
Yeah, really lovely.
Yeah. That's amazing. That's amazing. Let's, I tell you what, I need to stop. Wait there. 1 second, please, caller. Hang on. Hold the line. Let's just leave that for a second. Oh, Michelle, you were going to say something.
Yeah, I was just going to say that I'm really impressed with you being able to talk and do the paper piecing, because I couldn't do that. So well done.
Michelle, you can come again.
Michelle, I've got to live with him the rest of the day.
Producer Johnny's just gone in my ear. Oh, for goodness sake, don't be bigging him up. Don't be bigging him up. Thank you, Michelle. You're my favourite craft along guest so far. Let's just quickly recap on the deal. Who said men can't multitask? And show you everything that you are going to be getting in this collection. You get so much choice. And again, hopefully you're seeing from this particular craft along that you've got a lot of craftability with these. Yes, of course, you're going to be using these to create your edgeable cards, but again, look at the different ways that we're using these today, and like how much joy you're going to have, particularly with your paper piecing with these too. I mean, just phenomenal. So the flowers you're going to get, your Japanese anemone, that is included, along with the romantic rose, which is the one I'm currently working with. But that's what I love about these, plenty of space in these to make the paper piecing nice and easy. This is the spring tulip, the one that Michelle, one of the ones that Michelle's been working with on her project. And then as well as the flowers, we're getting a lovely selection of other beautiful dies in here. So you've got your gorgeous butterflies. Again, plenty of paper piecing opportunities there, but take a little bit longer, particularly if you're me. You've then got your gorgeous woodland fairy included in there too, and then the lovely Bonnie Boo. All of those with a £15, give or take a penny saving, $19.45. If you're a Platinum member, $35.96 is what you'll pay today, or $46.60. If you want to dip your toe in the water, maybe you just want to try a couple. Maybe it's the florals that you like, or maybe you think, oh, I like the butterfly and I want to go for that Bonnie Bow. We've got a deal on that as well. 2 for £17 or 2 for $24 if you want to go that way. We are just under half an hour away from Dawn Bibby with us. If you have joined us, don't forget the gonks are busy. There's mechanical menagerie animals, they're really busy, and also live on the website now, all the goodies that you couldn't get your hands on a little bit earlier on, all the deals are now live and you guys are shopping for them already. Right, we are all good. Kathy's got our order in. Lots of people saying how much they're loving Michelle's make as well. Keep the comments coming in from Michelle too. I know she'll be reading those later on, but I think we're ready to get back to the next part.
Yeah, so let's get on and decorate, and then you can finish your paper piecing. At least then you know you've got your finished project, and all you've got to do is finish your gluing and sticking in all the parts. So our next thing we're going to do, I'm going to take the piece of cardstock that we took that first piece of paper piecing out to do this piece here, and I'm going to use this to decorate the inside now, because it'll then all tie in together. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut this down to 6 inches, so right onto the 6-inch mark, and just trim that down. And then what we want is we want 3 panels of 3 1/4 inch, and again, so we've got the 3 1/4 just to there, and then just trimming that off. And then our next one, 3 1/4, and these are going to go all on your 3 inside panels. And then our last one, we'll have quite a nice flowery one. And like I say, you can use whatever cardstock that you've got, and we're just trimming these to 6 and 3 1/4. So you've got your 3 panels, and then they will fit on the inside of your card into these panels here. Okay, so I'm going to use this one in the middle and then these ones at the sides. We're going to stick them in. But what we do need to do, we want to create a border here and a border here and borders on the outside to tie in as well. So I'm going to carry on with using this. I'm hoping, let me see, I might have cut that one a bit too small. Actually, I think it's just going to work. So I'm going to trim again. So it's just about getting your right level of paper. So this might be a little bit smaller, but I'm not going to worry. So I would do it 6 inches, although mine is about sort of just just about half increment underneath. And then all I'm going to do is do myself some little panels. Now, I'm going to use my guillotine, and I would say to do it about 3/4 of an inch. But what I'm going to do is use my metal strip down there. Can you see that metal trim?
Yeah.
I'm going to use that as my guide. So I'm just going to place it onto that metal trim, top and bottom, and that will give me my perfect strip. And that's for the front of the cards, and we need 3 of those. So I'm just going to place that again onto that metal strip, trim that down. Just make sure you're holding your plastic down so it doesn't shift, and then you'll get a perfect border. So popping that one down and trimming that on. So we've got our 3 strips for the fronts of our cards, and then I want one for the clasp. So we want a piece here, and I'm pretty sure I need a 1 inch. Is that 1 inch? Let me just double check. Yes, so we need a 1 inch strip. So let's do one on this side. So we've got a nice pattern one, so I'm just going to pop that onto 1 inch. So remember, this is 1 inch by 6 inches. Mine's just slightly smaller because of the way I've cut my pad.
Okay.
But just making sure that's straight. So that's for there. And then I need one more 1 inch one. So we're going to do that from this way and place that there. So I'm just utilising really all my patterned cardstock. So let's pop them in the bin. Pop that out the way. So that gives us all of our strips. So when we bring this back in, and I'll just recap on all those pieces. So popping that all in. So we've got 3 pieces here by 6 inches by your metal strip, which is about 3/4 of an inch. And then we've got 2 pieces that are 6 inches by 3/4 of an inch, okay?
Okay.
And then we can start to decorate them. Oh, and then we've got our 3 pieces, which are 3 1/4 inch by 6 1/4 or 6? 6 1/4 inch, yes. So, and they're going to go onto there. So that's a pretty cardstock on that side. Just, you've got to choose. Too many nice cardstocks. That's the thing. So let's start sticking these all into place. So this time I'm just going to bring in my tape pen. You could carry on using your tacky glue, but this is quite nice and quick, and we all know how we love our tape pens.
Back in stock.
Absolutely.
I think we still got it on the same deal that we had. I won't say it just in case you haven't. But they're flying out the door, both the dotty tape pen and the regular tape pen.
And just remember, I'm going to do my centre and this piece, because what we do want to do, the strip that's going to go on this side, I want a clasp on there. So you can either use your Velcro dots that we did with our mini memory books,
Oh, yeah.
or use your magnets. So I want to put magnets onto here. So what I'm going to do is put a magnet onto this side and onto this side. So when they go together, it will clasp together. So I've just popped my magnets. Sorry that I didn't put these in the actual description. I completely forgot. You don't have to clasp them, it's just nice to have that little clasp. You could always put a little ribbon as well and tie it with ribbon. So I'm just going to make sure, so we're going to pop this on just so I know they go together. We're going to pop that on and just stick that in the centre, so that's stuck onto there. And then I know that then when we come and put this one on, I'm going to just bring this over so I know roughly where that's going to go. So I can stick that little piece there, and then that's going to go on the opposite side. So pop that there, and then I know that that will, oh, there we go, get the right way. No, that's the wrong way. There we go. So roughly about there, and that will clasp together, so perfect. So once you've got them into place, we can then use our strips. So I want my smaller strips, which is just going to go directly over the top. So that's going to hide that work in. So using these to go down. I mean, I've just held that in place with the tape pen.
Yeah.
But you can, and we're going to just pop that right on the end. Can't see in these lights. Just on the corner, and just make sure that's really stuck down well over there. And then we're going to do the same on this one. This is our bigger strip.
Yep.
So let's turn that over and pop that down.
got two tiny bits that
I was just going to say, you still paper pieces.
Well,
I
I've got
thought you
two
were quiet
like
over there.
tiny little bits to pop in, and I don't know. I think I might be all paper pieced out for now. But that if I just put my finger over the two tiny bits that I haven't done, and then you can see what I've done. I'm quite pleased with that. It was fun actually.
Oh, that's beautiful, Ben.
There you go.
Yeah, absolutely stunning.
There's just two tiny little bits there.
Ah, yeah, your tiny bits,
Really
yeah.
tiny,
But
yeah.
they're not going to notice, to be
No.
honest. So
And you
I
could,
don't
like you
think
said,
I've
you could
done
colour
them in
them, couldn't
mine.
you, if you
could
wanted to?
colour them, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed that.
Yeah, it's
I'll
just
take
something.
the other two bits home for a bit of homework from Debbie Fisher. I'll bring it in next time.
That's it, yeah. And then we're just going to place our ones down here to go on that side. So that gives us our beautiful borders. And then on the inside, we've just got the rest of these to mat and layer. But at least now you've got all your measurements for your pieces of card.
That's it.
And it literally is just a case of choosing what's your favourite paper pad and just sticking these beautiful ones in. And I love this sort of construction card because not only does it fold flat, it just stands really lovely when you've got it stood up. And you've got that inside part where you can make a feature of it as well. And then our last piece is going to go over here.
I just love how the like the shape of the card came together so quickly, like really quite simple to do,
Very
isn't it?
simple, and out of just one piece of
Yeah,
A4
A4
cardstock. Yeah, which is really cool. So that's all that piece done. And then all I want to do, I want to then cut some white cardstock. So let's just, in fact, yeah, let's take this piece. So I'm going to take a piece of white cardstock. And we're going to trim this one to 4 3/4 inches. So 4 3/4. And then we're going to trim that down to 2 3/4. So it's just what this is doing, it's giving me just a little piece of card. Keep this card because we're going to stamp on this.
Yep.
We've got our little piece of card that's going to go in the centre, and that's going to give you your piece to write on. So you know when you write a message to someone. You could use it as a your stamped sentiment. If you want to stamp a sentiment into there. But I just wanted to do some sentiments and then to have a space where I could write. So pop that right into the centre. And just remember, just check in, make sure when you're doing this and putting your sentiments in, you know it's the right way up.
Oh,
so
yes.
that will then all just clasp into place. Oh, why will that not? Ah, do you know what I've done? It's not catching on to my magnet now because I've put the magnet on the outside, not the inside.
Oh, so it's the...
And it's not strong enough because I've put a piece of paper. So what I am going to do, sorry about that, making a mistake, I'm going to actually sort of dig it out and put it on the inside because otherwise it's not going to, it won't hold it. I should have realised that when I was putting it on. Rookie mistake.
Rookie mistake. Kathy just says she's ordered and says, I've done the tulip a couple of times now. I do keep losing the little bits though and having to recut them. Yeah, it's funny. I lost a little bit of my flower at a point and then I found it was stuck to my sleeve. So it's like, yeah, the tip is with it, like Debbie was showing us at the start, is to try and keep as much of it in the die as possible at the start.
Definitely. And do you know what though? Even if you do lose a little bit, you've only got to recut that little bit. So it really doesn't matter too much. So it's just nice to have that done. Right, I'm just going to... What did I just do with that magnet? It's on top of there.
You're right over there.
I was thinking, where's that magnet go? And then I realised that I put it on there. So I want to turn it over and just place it on the inside. Will it tuck in there or do I need to just put it on the outside? Actually, you know what? Oh, I've already put it in there now, but actually what I'm thinking... yeah, look. Should just leave things, shouldn't I? Leave things alone. Right, I'm going to put some tacky glue down and just leave that to be tacky because I'm going to put some sentiments in. So just pop a little bit of glue down there to hold it into place. because we've got sentiments that we're going to do. So what's the time? Yeah, we've got time
We've
to
got
do our
15
sentiments,
minutes.
aren't we? Which is
Yeah.
good. Right, so let's put that aside. Now, whatever sentiments you've got in your stash, but I have to be honest, I completely forgot I had this, Ben, and I'd forgotten how many beautiful sentiments were in this. I'm not sure if it's still online. I mean, I'm not even sure if we can still buy it.
Verse Compendium?
It's the ultimate, verse compendium. But so many different ones in here, and lovely sort of messages that you can write. So I'm going to use my happy birthday to you. So we're going to use that on one of them.
Yep.
And I also want, you can sort of use whichever ones you want. So let's have a look. Let's have that one, because I'm doing it all sort of for a birthday one. So, well, the Christmas ones is stopped, but not the normal one. Still
You'll
good to
soon be
have a
making your Christmas
one.
cards, won't you? July will be round before you know it.
And then let's have a look. What else have we got? I wanted to. Thank you. I had a thank you one before, which was.
That's the only problem with the Ultimate Verse Compendium.
There's so
is
many
you've got
in
about a
there.
zillion,
Yeah,
in
absolutely.
there. What are you looking for? A thank you, you say?
Well, I was looking for one that says, I thank my lucky stars for you.
Oh.
But I've got it stamped out, so it doesn't matter. So I'll do these two, and I've got another one. But you'll use whatever ones you've got in your stash. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to use my strips of card that I just cut off. And let's just trim a bit of this card stock off. In fact, we can do both of them. And pop those in. Or in fact, we could just do both on one of them. So just cut a piece of card, any piece of white card, so just your stamping card, and then get your sentiments and then stamp them on. I'm going to use this right at the very bottom so I can just trim that to size. So I'm going to pop that on there. This is what I love about our stamping platform. We can just put it exactly where we need it.
That's in stock. I think I'm quite confident in saying if you want to grab that.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? Such a brilliant mechanism.
I think without doubt,
tool.
in everybody's potential, definitely top 5, potentially top 3 must-have crafting items in their craft room, is that?
Oh, absolutely. It's definitely in with mine. So my Gemini, my glass mat, my stamping platform, and my dotty tape pen. They would be my top 4
Desert Island
recommendations.
crafts.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Things that I just couldn't live without. And what I do love about them is like being able to stamp, and then if it doesn't work first time, you can just stamp in again.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a very wet ink. You always notice when it's a wet ink because it looks a little bit watered down, but it must be a new one. So all I'm going to do is go in and stamp those again. Let it settle, and then just push straight down, and then that will give you your stamp. There we go. Oh, this bit's still not settled. I really want to just get that a little bit better. So let's just get that special on the end there. Make sure that's stamped down. There we go. Very special birthday wishes. Happy birthday to you. That gives us our sentiments, and like I say, just add on to yours whatever sentiments that you want to, or whatever occasion that you want to send it for.
Yeah.
You might want to do it as an Easter card or something like that. So now that's dried a bit more tackier, I'm going to place that onto there, just hold that in place. And then we can use our sentiments. So we're going to have that happy birthday to you. Let's bring in the guillotine and trim that up. There we go. So I'm trimming it right to where the sentiment is. So I'm not doing it any particular size because I could be giving you sizes for sentiments that are different to mine.
Yeah.
So just trim them so you've got sort of a similar edge all the way around. So just popping that into place. And then this one, which is your happy birthday or your birthday wishes, exactly the same.
You've inspired Marisol, who just says, what a beautiful card, love the design and the papers, and I'll definitely be trying this.
Yeah, it's just a really nice, a nice craft to do.
Yeah.
So we've got our very special wishes. All I've done with this one is I've just put it on to some background cardstock, so the purple, and I'm going to use this one for the front of mine. And then this is the one I had, it's in there somewhere. I thank my lucky stars for a friend like you. And then we've got our happy birthday one. So these two I just want to put on the inside. So I'm going to put happy birthday to you. In fact, we'll pop that side and this one. Excuse me. I'm just going to take a swig of water.
That's all right. We are, by the way, Sue's just saying, what a gorgeous card, Debbie. Loving this. We are about 10 minutes away from the lovely Dawn Bibby, who is going to be with us once again in the studio. And great news, as we've mentioned about 20 minutes or so ago, those items which you were looking for on the website earlier on, said out of stock. All the deals are there for you now. The only thing is, I know a lot of you have been shopping for them over the last half hour, so do make sure you check the web, and we will recap on everything that you might have seen earlier and show you the goodies that we didn't between 4 and 5 this afternoon.
Okay, right, let's get back. So we've got our happy birthday and our sentiment, so I'm just going to pop these on the inside. I do love things to be decorated on the inside as well as the outside. So we're just going to pop them in there, and you can obviously decorate these however you want to. If you want to stick some butterflies or flowers inside, some stamps, we're just going to pop that right there. At a later date, we'll just put a strip down there to cover our little magnet, and then when on the inside, we've got, or on the outside should I say, I want to paper piece this. So we've got a few more minutes because I want to put this one over the front so that fills the front. So let's use our tulip and just go in and do that green cardstock. And actually I think because we've got a darker green in here as well, I'm just going to mix that up with some of this darker green. Rather than pull the whole page out, let's just trim this off.
I'm very impressed how much we've got done. Well, I say we, I managed to do one flower. I'm very impressed how much you managed to get done over the course of the last hour and 50 minutes.
It's absolutely doable, yeah, and that's the thing, Ben. I think once you find your stride and you get into it and you realise that it's probably easier than you ever think it is, it's just having that time to sit and have a play.
Yeah.
So let's just turn that round. I'm going to put my ends of those in first, because I only need the stems. The tulip one I would definitely say is the easiest one to do. So if you're unsure of paper piecing or that it's not doable.
Now you tell me.
Yeah. Yeah, I should have said. Well, and next is obviously the rose.
The rose, yeah, exactly.
Right, so just got one of my leaves there, just making sure we get all those. There we go. And then we can paper piece those back in. And then that way, once I've done this one at least, I can get my sentiment on and show you how we're going to do our sentiment.
There is plenty of love coming in, by the way. Miriam just messaged to say, what a beautiful card, Debbie. Love the colours. Do remember, if you have been crafting along, I know a few of you told me at the start of the show that you were, make sure you send those pictures in to us. studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk is the email address, and we will show them, if not later on, at the start of launch party, a little bit later on, 6 o'clock this evening, you can join us for launch party, where we've got the launch of the brand new Crafters Inspiration Magazine issue 3. We've got lots of the deals that we've actually launched very recently on the show for you, plus a sneaky peek ahead to what's coming up tomorrow, a brand new collection from Knitwits. I am here tomorrow.
You said it.
Oh,
I've gone the whole show without saying what it was. You said it.
Sorry. Yeah, Knitwits. New Knitwits collection. We'll see it later on anyway.
It's amazing.
Who am I with tomorrow? I am
Michelle.
with Michelle.
Yes, Michelle's got the launch. I was very jealous.
And Smithy's in tomorrow as well, isn't he?
Oh, is he?
Paper Dynamics back tomorrow.
That's bad of me not knowing that, because I'm in the morning.
Well, you'll soon know when he walks in the door, won't you?
Am I with you in the morning then, Ben, or not?
No. You with...
George?
No, Craig's in the morning.
Craig, yes, sorry, I'm with Craig. Craig, yes, I've got me and Craig tomorrow.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
I think he's done every morning this week, hasn't he, Craig? Yeah.
Oh, I've got one missing. Oh, there it is. Look, it's still in the die. So take that one out. Pop that in there. There we go.
Beautiful.
See, it did take long at all, did it, to do that one? And then just rub that down at the back.
Pam just said a nice touch with this is also to put a few pictures on the inside. A perfect thing for parents, grandparents and friends. It would be a great mantelpiece pleaser.
Absolutely. Right, now with this, I didn't want to just leave it straight. So with the sentiment, I'm just giving it a little bit of a curvature there. And then we're going to use some foam pads, because your foam pads will just higher things up in the centre. I'm hoping we've got some thicker ones. We seem to only have really small ones here at the moment, but I pinched some the other day, Ben, out of Totally Tiffany bag.
Oh, yes.
But I think Tracy took them back because they disappeared. And there was loads of them in there, like the big ones that were
the different size ones
that were thick in depth.
Yeah.
Because we've only got these silly little ones. I say silly little ones. The silly little ones are brilliant if you've got silly little things to put on.
I was going to say silly little ones for silly little things. Not so good for your bigger
I actually
sticks.
want them quite sort of thick, so I'm just going to pop them on because we want to keep the height in the centre.
You should have given Craig a shout. He's still out there. He's probably got some foam pads.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he has. Oh yeah, because isn't Craig got a HSN?
Oh, or you ask Dawn. Dawn's got.
Oh, I've done it now, but thank you. I see Dawn has foam on a roll.
Foam on a roll, foam on a roll, foam on a roll, foam on a roll, foam on a roll. Hey! I'm glad we got that out of the way.
Thank you, Dawn.
Thank you, Dawn. That's what happens here when we say foam on a roll. I don't know why or how or when that started, but I don't know if it was me that started it, but I don't know why. Yeah. I don't know why.
So we're just going to pop that over to the side, and because we've got that bit holding it up in the middle and it's curved, I've just put my tacky glue on the ends just to hold that in place. But what that does, it adds structure. You could either use your glue gel, your 3D glue gel, but I quite like just being able to use your foam pads. Pop that into place. And there we go. So if we move that over into the centre, we've got then our card. If I bring my other one in so you can see we've done that in 2 different ones. So there we go. Which way are we going? This way. There we go, Charlotte. And just really beautiful designs. Can you see, I'm just going to point these out. Look at the buttons in the middle here.
Yeah.
Those buttons are in the Knitwick collection.
You said it.
Oh, I said it. Sorry, said it. I said it. But look at them, both just as beautiful, but in different colours. So it actually doesn't matter what paper pads you've got. They're both going to look beautiful. Absolutely phenomenal. I loved that craft along so much, and yeah, even did a little bit myself. Look, way. Yes, the Modern Edgeables collection on the show, 6-piece set, which you can grab right now for just $35.96 or $46.60. Let us say a big thank you to Michelle. Looks like she's very studious there in her craft room in Cornwall. Are you nearly done?
I was just trying to get a couple of things done. Shall I show you what I've done?
Yeah.
Okay, so I didn't get to finish it, but I did manage.
That's brilliant.
That's amazing. Looks
sentiment,
beautiful.
and then I've done the inside.
Wow.
Oh, look at that.
Like so, and I've got a couple of gems.
Isn't it lovely, Michelle, that you can have such a beautiful card and then you go on the inside and it looks beautifully decorated there?
Yeah, so I'm quite pleased. I will take the time to finish it. So thank you so
you're
much.
very welcome.
Yeah, that was really lovely. I really enjoyed it. Thanks for having me.
Oh, we've enjoyed your company, Michelle. It's been so good, and glad that you enjoyed it. And hopefully we'll get you back for another craft along in the near future.
Yeah, I'd love that. Thanks, Ben.
Thank you so much. Make sure you do send in your picture to us, and we'll show it a little bit later on this evening on Launch Party.
Lovely. Thank you.
Thanks a lot so much. Thanks, Michelle.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, absolutely brilliant. And here's the thing, you know, Michelle was saying she's a little bit nervous before the start of the show, but how much she absolutely loved that, and what a great project she's put together. If you want to join us on a craft along, really, really very simple to do. You can get in touch with us. Maybe you want to join us on Monday Makers as a craft ambassador. It's not that scary at all, really. You can have the most fun with us too. If you want to email us to be a guest, it is crafterstvguest@crafterscompanion.co.uk. Debbie, thank you so much.
Oh, thank you, Ben. And thank you for crafting along as well.
Thank you for inviting me. I really, really enjoyed it. And yeah, finally done a bit of paper piecing to go along with my iris folding now. I'm becoming quite the crafter. We'll see you later on for launch party.
Absolutely, yes.
Going to be a big one. Lots to come on that show. And in fact, in about 2 or 3 minutes' time, we are back with another hour with the amazing Dawn Bibby. We've got some great deals for you, deals which you won't have seen this morning either. So make sure you stick with us, grab a cup of tea, and we will come back in about 3 minutes' time.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Quiet. The neighbours.
I'm all out of Zoom. I'm so lost without you. I'm not singing.
Lisa, if you email in, don't send a picture of your air fryer. Make sure it's something creative.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us, you give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
Joy, there's not a dry eye in the studio here. Debbie's welling up, I'm welling up.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV. Create every day. Quick Buy. All your crafting must-haves in a flash. Draw, decorate, and customize your world with the colorful Spectrum Noir acrylic paint markers. Each premium paint marker gives opaque coverage on ceramic, glass, wood, and let's not forget paper, cardstock, and canvas. These versatile markers are filled with highly pigmented premium water-based paint, offering beautiful, rich, and smooth coverage. The colors can be blended together, and the fast-drying opaque paint is ideal for layering. A 3mm bullet tip offers smooth strokes, and a precision valve mechanism allows rich and consistent flow with no clogging. Quick Buy. All your crafting must-haves in a flash.
We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges, and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95, and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members, who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you, and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon. Hello, welcome back to Crafters TV. My name is Ben Moseby. A very good afternoon, good morning. Thank you for joining us. If you have been with us over the course of the day today, what a day, what a brilliant craft along with the lovely Debbie Fisher. We have got another hour though to take you through until 5 here in the UK, and super excited, as I know lots of you were earlier on this morning, to see the lovely Dawn Bibby with us here at Crafters TV. I feel like I've not seen you, well, I know I saw you in the cafe a little bit earlier on, but previous to that, it's been a long time, and it's lovely to have you back with us. How's your day going here?
It's been lovely, thank you. Really nice. Everybody's made me feel really welcome, and I've had cake, not that I should have, lots of cups of tea, caught up with lots of people that I haven't seen for ages, including yourself, Ben, which has been lovely. Really nice.
It's so lovely to have you here, and you brought a brilliant selection of goodies. And what I would just say straight from the top, we're going to have a look at some of the products. Stock has been flying out, and we've also got items that you wouldn't have seen on the earlier show, which we'll get to over the course of this show. First up, though, something which I know proved so popular earlier on, the Springtime Gonks complete set. A third of the stock has already gone here. You've got 29 dies plus 24 sheets of paper as well. Platinum price is amazing, £34.39 or $49.99 if you're shopping in the US. I know, Dawn, you've got some boards to show us here. These have come at the right time for us because literally about, I'd say, 2 or 3 days ago, a lot of our guys were chatting, wanting like a new Gonk/Gnomes collection, and you've like answered their prayers here.
I know, do you know, they are so popular at the moment. And I don't know if you really know the background behind Gonks. Gonks, you can't see their eyes, Ben. Gnomes, you can see their eyes. Gonks, you can't see their eyes. And Gonks actually originate from Scandinavia, and it's their Father Christmas. It's Santa.
Oh, I see.
So a Gonk is a Santa. So if you'll often see them as Nordic Santa, that's what they're called, Nordic Santas.
Yeah.
But we've kind of inherited them and have them for all seasons now. So we have them doing everything. So this is Bert. This is the little Bert. He has got his 3D hat and all these little elements, his boots and his little hands and his nose. Very important, the nose.
Yeah.
Apples, his basket, his little trowel and fork at the bottom, and his beautiful bunch of tulips. Now, all of my dies have debossing in them. So from one cut, you get all of that detail, which also means if you're a great colorist that you can color them in really easily. We do have the cut into color on the show, but for colouring, simple for you to follow. This is Lulu, little Lulu, and again, she has her hat and her nose. She has her friend, she loves animals, Lulu, so she's got her little birdie, she's got the little chick and the rabbit at the bottom. Also the little bows for her hair as well, because of course she has gorgeous pigtails.
Yes.
Then we have their lovely little house.
This is cute.
So this beautiful little house, and again, look all that debossed detail onto there, very easy for you to follow. We've got our little friend the snail at the bottom, the toadstools, daffodils and tulips, and then the layers to decoupage the house. So let's bring all of that to life a little bit now with the cut into colour. And you can see that you've got beautiful backgrounds to work with. You've got the little rabbits there, the chicks in the field.
Perfect.
You could make just simple little Easter cards maybe with just some of those elements, or you can bring the characters in and make really fun cards, completely bringing them to life and telling the little stories that work with them. There's Lulu in front of the house, Lulu with all the beautiful flowers scattered around her. I also want you to see that you can use those die cuts and just get your white gel pens out or your black pens, highlight that detail because it is so easy to follow. So you don't have to always have the cut into colour. You could be creative with those dies on their own.
Yeah.
And of course we do have on Facebook Crafting with Dawn Bibby. There's a full gallery of all the finished samples and people can go in there. They can emulate them. Full angel policy. You can make and sell as many as you like, whether it's for business or for charity. The choice is yours. I'd just love to see people actually getting to use all of these fabulous products and benefiting from them.
Yeah.
So they are great fun. This is actually the start of the journey because we will be here in a few months' time with the summertime gonks. These are springtime. They're going on holiday.
Oh, amazing. I cannot wait to see that.
They are going on. Well, you've never seen a gonk in a bikini before. It's coming.
Shush.
It's
Gonks in bikinis. Wow.
Gonks in bikinis. Yeah, it's definitely going to happen. So that is our fabulous summertime, springtime gonks. But the cut into colour that brings all this to life, I know Ben's got over there to show you. And I have crammed these sheets full, maximum, as you can see coming up with Ben,
Yeah.
how beautiful they are. And you get 2 colourways for every item, Ben.
And this is it. And again, total crafting for everybody here, because you've got the dies that you use in conjunction with your cut into colour. So you've got Bert, you've got Lulu, you've got the house included in there as well. So you've got tons to be working with. And as Dawn was mentioning, you've got all of these glorious backgrounds too. So it's really, really quick crafting, stunning crafting as well. And like Dawn said, the great thing is if you do fancy making these, you know, to sell, if you want to make a bit of money for a particular charity, absolutely, you can go ahead. Such a brilliant thing to do. And isn't there so much personality in these gonks? Even though you can't see the faces, they're so full of personality. And the fact that, again, you've got these right now, don't think about gonks just for Christmas. These are absolutely for all year round as well. £34.39 is the platinum price here for the full collection. $49.99 is the price if you're shopping with us in the US, and of course you get all of those dies as well. So it's 29 dies plus 24 sheets of your paper in there as well. You cut into colour, which is amazing. Now, a lot of you earlier on were shopping for a few items, and you were like, "Oh, I can't get hold of them." The great news is we have got all of those items now available in stock. All right, so we've got these gorgeous rectangles available for you, the essential filigrees. They're limited stock already, Dawn. These are going to disappear. £13.59, $19.71. Quickly talk to us about these.
Well,
it's an amazing price for
really elegant filigree rectangle here, but what you've also got in each set is a plain mat that sits on them. So as you can see there, you've got your larger one. You've got 4 sizes through each of them. So you've got your really big one, which could also be a card base. Next size down, and then if you flip Ben on the other side, you can see 2 more sizes. And this is what I mean. You've got on one side there, you've got the filigree, and then you've got the plain. So each plain is made to fit on the consecutive filigree mat. So it gives you professional matting and layering really simply. So you cut one colour out for your filigree layer and then another colour for your actual mat. So you can bring any focal images onto there. Here, for example, the Best Wishes and the Dianthus flowers, they're coming up as well. They've now been loaded onto the website.
Yes.
So you can use them all. And it's a simple but elegant mat, even for Christmas look, even Christmas cards. I think this is a classic one that you're going to love, and you're going to use it for every occasion. Absolutely
right. And we always talk about having these dies for your mats and layers, and how nice when you've got, you know, such gorgeous dies with that beautiful filigree on there as well. We are so busy for these right now, as I say, already limited. £13.59 is the platinum price, and that's an amazing deal. For all of these dies.
It is a fantastic deal, and I like giving you value for money, and I like giving you things that you are absolutely going to use, and they are so simple to use. We're going to use the matting dies, one of probably the circles or the square, in my first demonstration, but this is a set that coordinates. So you have actually got, if you're quick, the rectangle, the square, the circle, and the oval. They're all intersync, and as you'll see from Ben showing some of the samples, you'll see that we layer ones on top of the other, and it works because they're all the same filigree, pretty filigree detail around the outer edge.
Yeah, and again, you see all of the different sizes here. You've got 8 in total. We've already got a quarter of the stock disappeared here once again. £13.59, $19.71 if you want to go for this collection. As I say, we loaded these onto the system during the craft along, and so many of you have already jumped ahead and grabbed these during that show. We've also got the ovals available for you as well. I just love the detail and the the sort of design that you've got into these, Dawn. These are absolutely gorgeous. A simple, elegant. You know, I wanted it. You know, when you get really lovely ornate mirrors and they just have a beautiful filigree finish around them. And the great thing with these is that you can actually create frames with them. So they're for matting and layering. But for example, while you're looking there, if we take the smaller plain oval and put it in the larger filigree oval, we'll then create a frame. So while you can mat and layer with them, you do have all of those different frame possibilities too. And they do sit one on to the other. So I think hopefully you've got some finished samples. Well, I did have, but I've grabbed loads of circles and I can't find any ovals. Have you not got any over there?
I haven't got any, no. I'm coming. I'm on my way. Let me see. I think they're down here.
They're down.
I'll find
We had a bit of a quick changeover in between. Oh, thank you. Teamwork.
There you go.
Makes the dream work.
All those lovely ovals.
Here we go. So we can show you a few here. By the way, if you like the characters that you're seeing on here as well, these are coming up as part of the show. The beautiful mechanical menagerie. But like you said, they just add so much to your cards, don't they? They add so much as far as your layers are concerned, and you can use them for, like I always look at dies like this with that gorgeous filigree and think they've got to be like a certain style of card, but you're proving here that you can use them all.
Because it's a simplistic filigree, we do have some really fancy matting dies, but these are in the middle. You know, they're not over fussy. They're quite classic, they're simplistic, just one mat there and then using all your little decoupage pieces onto it. They work, it all works in conjunction with each other, and as you've just seen there, a couple of them where we actually use the rectangle as a base and then put an oval on it, or likewise you can put the square as a base and put the circles on it. They work, they do work, they're really pretty but simplistic.
And that's a great example of using all of those different layers together. £13.59, $19.71. Plenty of the stock has flown there as well. In fact, a third of the stock has already disappeared. Let us quickly show you the squares now as well. These are proving very, very popular indeed.
And back again.
Thank you.
That's your squares.
Thank you. It was a very quick changeover in between shows. I had to get... Because I was crafting, I had to pack down all of my stuff, then get all of the other bits and pieces in. I grabbed loads of circles and rectangles, but no squares or ovals. But here are your squares, the essential filigree squares again, 8 in total. Same price again, £13.59, $19.71 is the deal on these. And again, right, thinking about not just your card projects, but perfect here. Look at this beautiful piece of home decor as well. Just love these, and again, just tipping these on the side, not using these as the squares, almost creating like a diamond effect with these two. Just amazing. And I suppose the squares and the rectangles, I always sort of think in my mind that perhaps for new crafters, those might be the ones that you might go for initially.
The basic matting, you know, over the years that I've been doing this, Ben, the most common question that people asked is how do we get professional matting and layering? And in the early days, we used to say you've got to invest in a good paper trimmer, but nowadays it's getting really good matting and layering dies because they are precision cut. So they're going to fit every time. You don't have to be so great a crafter, you just have to invest in something like this and it's going to do those basics for you. And yes, the square and the rectangle absolutely are the most popular, so those are the ones that I'm sure are going to sell out the first. But then the circles and the ovals, the harder shape to cut is a circle after all.
Very true, yeah.
And it's nice, if, as you've seen as you're flicking through some of the samples though, you will see that quite often we do use a circle on a square or an oval on a rectangle to give you an alternative mat. So that's the square there being snipped into actually. These are some of our other mechanical menagerie. We don't have those on the show today, but the example shows you the square. But it all works together and it just gives you that wonderful synergy because you've got following through the filigree edge. Whatever shape you use, the filigree edge is following through with it.
Proving very popular, the squares, but I can't believe the prices, £13.59 if you're platinum, $19.71. Also worth bearing in mind that if you are brand new, if you're here because Dawn brought you, then make sure that you join up into our Club Inspire and get that price, £10.39, $15.07 is the deal on that one as well. And then let me quickly, I think, down here, we've got our Dianthus. Here we go. Let's have a quick look at the gorgeous DL Dianthus 9-die set. £10.39, $15.07, I should say, if you're shopping with us in the US. Just tell us a little bit about this collection, Dawn.
This is just a beautiful frilly edge flower. You have got the stamen that works in the centre of it, the leaves as well. And you should have some really lovely samples there too. I have. The here, can you see? It actually works really quite well, like a cherry blossom too. It looks very much like a cherry blossom. You'll see there's a beautiful oriental board as well that's been created. It is just a gorgeous flower. You can use them with the stamen, without the stamen. There, it's no stamen in the centre. You can put gems in the centre, put some glitter in the centre.
Got a load of bling here as well. Look at that.
Yeah, just a really pretty flower. It's a flower that could be used for all occasions. It can even look like a poppy. I think that there is a card somewhere, maybe with the alphabet set, that we've made it into a poppy. Lots of versatility with this one. And again, the value for money. There's your cherry blossom.
Yeah.
How gorgeous is that? So
That's
using
amazing.
the flowers, it's actually a large playing card.
Yeah.
Our Lorna's done that one. But the flowers, you've got a variety of sizes of them. So you can actually layer them all on top of each other and create a really full bloom, or just take a couple die cuts of one size of flower and make a pretty flower on its own. The one that you just picked up actually is just the leaves cut into the front of a card, just for a completely different look again. So just foliage cut into it. So.
And even here, just using like the stamens, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, just to do fireworks.
Yeah.
Magical fireworks.
So clever. Oh, it's
just
upside
for
down
fun.
as well. Yeah.
Yeah, just for fun.
Love it. That collection again is, well, I say it's new, we didn't have it on the previous show, but all the stock is there for you to get your teeth into, but very, very popular for that collection. We're going to go back to where we started. I'm going to tidy up over here and get myself sorted, but the gonks have been the big hit of the day. Really, really popular, these. You guys are loving them. 29 dies, and of course you've got the 29 sheets of your cut into colour included as well. But let's see these in action. What are you going to be making for us, Dawn?
Well, we're going to play with the matting dies as well before they all disappear. But I thought we would get Bert. So this is little Bert. Now, when in the set, you can either have him with his turquoise hat or with his red hat. Also, don't forget, if you want to get your solvent-based pens out, you could actually colour those hats and make them completely different. Now, I always cut the sheets up because I cram these sheets completely and utterly so that you get maximum value for money. So I just snip right into them. So I've got two Berts there. We have got his nose over here. We've got some apples. He's quite partial to the apples in the orchard. And we've got the tulips as well. So let's just take some of those sections off because we need his nose. We definitely need his nose. And then we are just going to take our dies. Now we do have the die storage on the show as well.
Yes, we do.
And we've got the A4 die storage. Now I take the big magnetic sheet out of the storage and lay it onto my counter when I'm working so that it's easy access for me. So the entire gonk collection fits onto one of these A4 die storage.
Great.
So you are getting 3 of the sheets, the envelopes, the wallets inside your die storage, and you also get an extra. We do have the additional the refills. Now I wouldn't put any more. Ben's actually got those over there. I wouldn't put any more than 3 extra in, Ben, because if you look, it's quite a slim one, and these are A4 sheets of magnets. So once you've filled it with all of your dies, it can become quite heavy, so just bear that in mind. So if you buy the actual die storage and you buy one more additional set, you will have a full set there for you.
I like the fact that there are actual little pockets with a little popper button there, so if you've got, like you say, a set that you want to work with, or maybe you want to just take one set away on holiday, potentially, it makes it a lot easier to store
often,
it that way,
you know, if I'm off to studio, I will just literally take the one folder out that I'm using. Like here on the counter today, I've just got this one. I've got the mechanical menagerie one out, and I've got this one out because it's got all of my gonk set on it. So it is really good. And also, if you've got any of the bigger dies, any sort of concept card dies, you can fit them on these larger sheets too. So it's a fabulous investment for you. We spend a lot of money on our dies, so to me it makes sense for you to actually get the storage systems, file them all away safely so that you know you're not going to lose them and you can find them. You actually have a clear little wallet down the side of the actual storage system so that you can also quite simply put into there what collection you've got in your folder.
Yeah, super handy, and it's such a great point. You spend so much on your dies, you want to make sure that you know where they are, and B, that they're stored correctly and nicely. That storage folder, though, by the way, with the 3 wallets and the 3 magnetic sheets, we're at 40% of the stock gone. We know how much you love your storage, you know how much stuff you guys have got, so it's a great way to be able to store it. That's a really great price as well. Big size, A4 size, with wallets and the sheets as well, for £17.59, $25.51, represents really great value for money, but go swiftly because it's proving very popular.
Okay, so we're just going to cut these out from our little gonks, and they are really cute. I also think this is a really attractive collection for children, so if you do have grandchildren, or kids for that matter, and cut loads of these bits out, then they could sit and build their own little gonk town.
Yeah.
There is more houses to come as well. So there's going to be a fabulous collection.
You could almost, with the backgrounds that you've given as well, like do your own little gonk stories with the kids, couldn't you?
Exactly. That's what I love to do, create those little stories.
Yeah.
You know, you can use them in so many different ways. So we've got his little nose over here as well, because gonks have rather large noses.
They do.
So let's just pop that little nose out of there.
It's like the last few years, gonks have had I don't know if they were popular before. I want to say the word resurgence, but they're so popular right now, aren't they?
They became used a couple of years ago. We started seeing them around Christmas time because they are the Nordic Santa. That's what they are. They're a Nordic Santa. And we started seeing them then, but I think people really took them to heart.
Yeah.
And so we kind of adopted them, and now we have gonks doing everything and for every season, and they've just become one of the biggest crazes this year.
Yeah.
So I just think people do adore them.
I love the fact as well, just looking through the dies in this collection, that you can see the different personalities of both Bert and Lulu by the kind of different dies that they come with. So, you know, you can see that he's sort of into his gardening, and Lulu obviously loves all of the animals there too, and the fact that you've got their little house. So as I say, you can really personalise and build up your scenes with these two. Yeah,
that's what I like, and that story is going to continue. There's going to be more houses and more characters, and then Bert and Lulu doing different things as well in the next collection. Now, we do have the Pearl card on the show as well, and this one, I think this one I've got from this, is this the springtime set? I think this, oh no, actually, this is blues and greens.
Yep.
Because I've got the Maya blue, I have got the khaki green, and I've got the grass green. So we have got these beautiful colours, and I've actually got, I think I've got the set down here.
Got it here.
Oh, have you got it? Good.
Green and blues?
Yeah, green and blues. Because we need the greens for all our foliage, don't we? And we need the blues for all our sky and water. So the world around us is full of greens and blues.
You're going to get 50 sheets here as well, aren't you? 300 GSM?
Yep, 10 colours, 5 of each of them as well.
And again, look at the price you're seeing on screen. £13.59 platinum, $19.59. Also worth bearing in mind, we have got the other colour tones available for you as well. We've got pastels. I know loads of you love your purples and pinks as well, and they're also still available on the show. Perhaps we'll have a little look at those in just a little while. But a lovely selection of
and this is 300 GSM cardstock. This is an Italian cardstock.
Oh, okay.
So the weight of this is amazing. It's absolutely beautiful. So I've just quickly scored that, not so perfectly, but quickly scored it. So I've gone for the Maya blue for my base card. I wasn't going to do that. I was going to do it a different way, wasn't I? I was going to put the Maya blue for my mats, and I was going to go on to those. So this is the beautiful picture, and you'll see these are pretty much A5 in size, so they will sit on the front of an A5 card really nicely. However, we can then bring our matting dies into and create our own little scenes and events with them. So I'm going to start off with, while we've still got some stock.
Yes.
Of the square, I think I'm going to go for the square while we've still got a bit of stock. And then we can pick out of here where we want this to go. We might want more of the grass down at the bottom. I think it'd be nice to have a little bit of the sky in there, the hills in the background. So I'm going to take that for the mat. I want that as the actual mat, so as to speak. And my plan was to use the blue actually for the mat for this, because I thought that would fit well. So we'll do the base card in a green. And then I'm going to do this in here, which will give me a beautiful blue mat. So I need just a minute or so to cut all of these bits out.
That's all right. I can read a few messages just to say half the stock of the squares has gone. And let's just be honest here. You might be thinking to yourself, all right, so these launched this morning, 10 o'clock, so 6 hours in. Half the stock has gone in 6 hours. No. These weren't around this morning. That's half the stock gone. These launched about an hour ago. The stock was started about an hour ago. So that's half of a big stock disappeared in 1 hour. So I never like to rush you, into going, you need to get this now. But if you have got your eyes on any of these beautiful die sets, get them in your basket now, because these are absolutely flying out the door. They're stunning, they're so usable, so craftable, such like a versatile set, whichever size you're going for and whichever design you're going for. And I would sort of say at this sort of price, maybe you want to pick up all of them. But whichever way you go, hurry, because they're £13.59 platinum, $19.71. Loads of you going crazy for the gonks. Nee Connie says, gonks, I'm gonking crazy for these cute gonks. Evelyn says, I love that glitter paper Dawn is using. We've got some gorgeous glitter card coming up, which we'll have a look at very shortly. Adriana, loving the little house. Lots of love for the flower dies as well, the dianthus, they're proving popular. And Jenny also saying, I'm loving the mechanical menagerie collection. Again, we'll get a chance to look at that. Dawn is here for the next half an hour, and then later on this evening, a launch party as well. Quick question from Mary, who's just asking the size of the largest oval.
Size of the largest
oval.
You've got it over there. I don't know if we've got. I'll have to route if
All right, we'll find out for you. We will find out.
Perhaps we can get a ruler and just measure.
Yeah, actually.
Have you got it handy?
I have got it. I need to get a ruler. It's all good. I'll run around and get one.
Let me look here. Oh, there's one over here.
Are you good? I'm coming to you now. Oh, you got one?
You coming to me. There's a ruler here. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, sorry, I thought you had the tie. Thank you.
The ruler's there.
The oval, yeah. Don't tell me you've got it now. Oh, this is in, is it in? That's in centimetres, this. That is roughly, it's about 18.5 centimetres.
Oh, I'm an inch girl.
I know, I'm going to have to do the calculation on that.
Yeah,
no, don't worry, I'm going back.
Centimetres?
8.5 centimetres.
Oh, do you know, the glass mat, it's on the glass mat.
Hey?
I've got, on the glass mat, it's inches, so if we line it up with the glass mat, then we can find it out from there.
Oh, you got the glass mat?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I was going to say I haven't got one. 8.5 centimetres.
I'm just making you run.
7 inches.
Oh, there you go. Well done.
There we go. We got there in the end.
Oh, terrible away.
The rectangle's disappeared, by the way. This is, sorry, it's chaos. The rectangle set, don't scream and shout, but that is now sold out. It's gone. That's disappeared. May that be a warning to you as to how fast these are going. Right, Dawn, where are you up to? How are you getting on?
Right. So what I've done there, just to show you, if I bring this in for a second, I have taken the second size down and the mat, which has created that for me. But now I can jump to this one, which is the inner mat from the larger square, and do that in the khaki over here. And we can then create another background mat that's going to give us, again, that little bit of green. And what I've done is I have picked out the colours from the actual beautiful scene here. So if you take a look at that, you see I've got khaki in the trees there. So I've got a really good coordinating colour match for that. So I'm just going to pop that onto there, and then we've got that bigger mat. Now again, this cardstock, my cardstock is 300 GSM.
Yep.
It is actually fantastic for construction, for box cards. So if you want to actually do your boxes, your little memory books, anything like that, it's going to work a dream for that. So it's perfect for all of your construction. It also will score, it will emboss, it will die cut. I do use it for cutting my dianthus flowers. And a lot of people do tend to go to paper when they're cutting flowers. I like this cardstock because it holds the shape. It actually keeps the shape perfectly. We'll hopefully show you that as well. I'll cut one of the flowers and show you. And when we're debossing, when we're using the detail dies, it sinks that beautiful detail into them as well. So for me, it's the perfect cardstock. You know, I've been doing this a long time. I'm really a stickler on quality of products. So for me, it's the best one.
And that's the thing, like we know, I mean, a lot of people certainly do, you know, how long you sort of been working in craft, you know, how great your products are. And the fact is that you're able to bring us like the top-notch quality, but then you're then also able to bring us like the prices that you do, which is phenomenal, really.
It's really important to me that people do get full use. If they're investing, they're spending their hard-earned money, they do want to be sure that they're actually getting value for money, they're getting something that they can use time and time again. You want to get your money's worth, don't you?
Absolutely.
Ultimately. So now I'm thinking that we're going to go for a square card. So what I want to do first of all, I want to score this, and I've got this little scoreboard here, but it doesn't have my butt up, so I'm just pinching top and bottom and hoping for the best.
Okay.
So I'm going to run this down, just lining up that with the little line there, and then just take the bowl tool. And I know that Sarah has a fantastic scoreboard, so I think I've got part of it here. Just pop that together, and then I am going to look at what size I want my card. So we're making this card completely from scratch, just showing you a different way to use these components. So that's going to sit there. So when I do this, I literally eyeball it and I say, okay, I've got this amount of space here, pretty much similar from the side. So I want to cut it that kind of space there.
Okay.
Okay, so I just do it by eye. I don't measure anything, never measured anything then.
I quite like that. That sort of appeals to me a little bit because I think, yeah, sometimes you can get a little bit carried away with the measurements. That's just a nice way to do it. So you've always done it by eye, have you?
Always. I've never measured anything in my life. No, it's very rare for me to actually measure anything. I just roll with it.
Look at that.
Right, so there we've created that base card and we've got that beautiful filigree. We could do one more size of filigree if we wanted to, but I quite like the sharpness of the straight line, then the filigree detail, the straight line within there. So then we can start to decorate this. So let's bring some of our characters in. So we've cut out little Bert over here. I didn't do his hat, did I? We've cut out Bert. We do have his hat that we can 3D.
Yeah.
We have got his rather rotund nose. We have got some lovely little characters, including, look, we've got Cyril the snail.
Cyril?
Coming in from the, yes, Cyril. I've named him Cyril. We do have the little rabbit. I don't have a name for the rabbit.
Oh, should we name him now?
Go on then. What do you reckon?
Get your suggestions in maybe on the
What do you reckon?
on the socials. Whenever I hear rabbit, I just want to say Roger Rabbit, but that's been done.
Yeah, it's been done a lot, hasn't it?
Yeah.
We have got the little toadstools as well.
Yeah.
So I just want to give you possibilities and options of what we could be doing. Now he's in the flowers, he's in the field of flowers. So and he's got his little hand raised, so we can add, you see, the little bunch of tulips, or we have daffodils in this range too. So we could add our daffs in as well. We could bring those into there. We do, Lulu likes her animals, so Lulu's actually got little chicks. So we could have the little chicks running around as well in the field. And you build up, so you're creating this story, you're building up the whole thing. He could have Lulu sat down, Lulu's over here, and she could have her little chicks with her as well. So the whole idea of this is, and what I would say to you is, when you've got your collection home, cut everything out, cut a whole selection of everything out and sit down and play.
Yeah.
So you start building all of these lovely stories and creating your own little scenes. So it just is so lovely. You've got night scenes, you've got day scenes, and we can simply craft by adding all of these components in. We've got little butterflies as well up here too, so we can add the little butterflies on. They're playing, you know, over the field of flowers and bring those into here. I think we've had the words added onto the show. Have we had the words added?
Yeah.
So we have got the words now, so we could put birthday wishes on. We could do a whole myriad of those things. We've got his boots that are 3D because they're closer to the front. Now, the 3D foam is on the show, and this is what I've got left. I've been at this for a couple of months now. And this is, we've got 1 mil, 2 mil and 3 mil, the massive 3D foam, 95 meters of 3D foam. And the reason why I love this is because I can literally just cut this to the size that I want. I can use it for my shaker cards, for my easel cards, for my stepper cards.
So this is 50 meters of the 1 mil, 20 meters of the 2 mil, 25 meters of the 3 mil. That's right, isn't it? 95.
Yeah, and just to equate this, if you were to buy, you know, the square sheets of 3D foam.
Oh, yes.
Normally a high street price on those is like 99p for one sheet.
Okay.
Now 1 meter is more than one sheet of 3D foam.
I got you.
So if you equate that, that's like £95 worth.
Yes.
Whatever that equates to in dollars, of course, of 3D foam, which is huge. That's a vast amount of 3D foam.
For £15 and change.
Yeah, and you've got the, because you've got the 1, the 2 and the 3. What that means is, you know, if I'm just doing 1 or 2 layers, like I'm doing now, I generally use the 2mm. But if I'm doing just 1 layer, I would definitely use the 3mm.
Yeah.
But if I did decoupage where I was doing numerous layers, then it would be the 1mm.
We're limited now on the foam roll, limited stock. There's green on the screen, which means it soon won't be seen. You need to grab this quickly. We're so busy. We've got some rabbit names coming in, Dawn.
Oh, good. Go on.
Shadiah says Muffin the rabbit.
Oh, Muffin.
Muffin.
From Shadiah.
Anne says Rodney the rabbit.
Oh, Rodney's good. We like Rodney, yeah. We like Rodney.
Ricky the rabbit says Carol.
Oh, yeah.
Jennifer McMullen says Fluffy the rabbit.
Oh.
Some strong contenders there.
When I was a little girl, I had 2 rabbits, and they were
Really?
called Thumper and
Yeah.
Nosy. Can
Thumper
you guess why?
and Nosy?
Yeah, because one always used to bang his feet all the time, he
Yeah.
was Thumper, and Nosy always used to stick his nose in everything.
Oh, right.
Very nosy.
I thought you were going to say Thumper because that's the name of the rabbit in Bambi, isn't it?
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
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 Well, maybe that has something to do with it. I can't remember. I was only little.
Thumper and Nosy. Brilliant.
Thumper and Nosy, yeah, were my little rabbits when I was a little girl.
Aww.
But yeah, oh, very cute.
Um,
Right, so we are now sticking on. So I've used the 3D foam. So has our big 3D foam nearly gone then?
Yes, we're less than 10% of the stock remaining.
Okay, well, it's definitely worth getting because of having those different thicknesses.
Yeah.
It just gives you a lot to actually work with, and you just trim it to the size you want. So it's nice and easy to do that. We do also have on the show, though, the black and white 3D
We do.
foam, which is literally, you get 20 metres on each of the black and white. Now, the whole reason why I wanted to bring black 3D foam out is quite often, I like doing dark cards. I like doing blacks and navies.
Oh, of course.
And if I use white 3D foam, I used to get really annoyed because you can see it from the side profile.
Yeah.
And I would always get my black marker pen and colour the edge of the 3D foam. So we've had the black 3D foam made. It is, when you get it, you will notice it's slightly more squishy. It's not quite the same depth or thickness, density, but it does the job and it's amazing. So you have got 20 metres on each.
And you have got to be quick if you want to grab it because it's limited stock as well. 40 metres in total. I've got to tell you, it's the first time I've ever seen black foam. And it's such a great problem that you've solved there because, as you said, it must happen quite a lot where you've got the white foam
Yeah,
shows
if you're working
through your
with
workings.
black or navies, Ben, you can always see them. You know, if
Yeah.
it's like on the mantelpiece and you look at the side, you
Yeah.
just see it sticking out. So if we can eradicate that problem by giving you black 3D foam, then it's a job well done. So I've got those on. Now I think, would you mind if you can find them, the words? Can we have a quick look at words?
Got
I'm
the
going to put a
words.
finishing touch on here because we didn't get to see the words this morning at all. So we do have. So I think there's enough on my card apart from a nice sentiment.
So we've got the greetings and sentiments, 20 dies that you're going to get here in total. And it just basically gives you the ability to make your own sentiments, to make your own greetings here, because you can obviously pair up all of the different words that you've got there. So beautiful thinking, thanks, magical birthday, many returns, happy, have, so a love, wishes of, best day, your, the, and much. So yeah, plenty of opportunity for you to build up all of your different sayings. So things like, for example, we've got on this beautiful card here, just as simple as saying, I love you. Again, using the different phrases that you've got there, you can create thinking of you. Love this one here. Again, using those dies that we've launched on the show, the circular ones, many happy returns. Simple happy birthday. The font on these, they're absolutely beautiful and lending itself to so many different styles of cards. And again here, this is really cute. This one's got a little gonk on the front. Much love. So yeah, you can pair these all up, create your own sentiments, create your own greetings. It's 20 in total that you've got, covering off lots and lots of different occasions. Love this one here as well, just using the dianthus. Much love there. So £13.59, $19.71 is the platinum price if you want to add those into your basket. Also proving very popular, Dawn.
Good, thank you. So I've got this is the die storage incidentally.
Yes.
And you can see on this sheet I've got all my words and I have got my dianthus on here too. So all of that's ready to go. In my binder, you can see these ones I've pulled out there on the counter. I do keep some of my extra die packets in there as well if I need them. Sometimes I will put my cutouts, the alphabets. I'm hoping we've got I threw my alphabets in there this morning. But we should have the alphabets, the lowercase alphabet and numbers on the show as well, which are just fantastic. You know, it gives you all of those opportunities, rather jumbled, but it just shows you how you can throw them in there and they're going to cling to that magnetic sheet for you. So we're going to take the birthday. I'm going to cut that out and run that through.
Can I just say as well, sorry, because I always go on about this, and you will know at home, I always say if you can get yourself a set of alphabet or number dies and stamps, you're good to go, because then you've got the ability to personalise everything. Look at the price on this set. It's all your lowercase alphabet and your numbers, plus you've got some of your punctuation marks on there as well, for £13.59 or $19.71. And true to say then, Dawn, isn't it, that literally, if you've got an alphabet there, you can have whatever saying you want, whatever name that you want on a project.
Yeah, your personalisation, of course, you know, you can put people's names on it. It's really useful when people are out now, and the craft shows are starting again, Ben, and people are loving having cards personalised for them. So the great thing about this is that you can take like one of the little Gemini minis, the Gemini Go, to the craft fairs, as long as you've got power, and you could personalise cards for people actually at the fairs, couldn't you, on location?
That idea so much. And again, this is just a few ideas for you. I love this card here with the it's sort of like almost like a postage stamp effect, but then you've got the 21st there again, so you can create for all of those birthdays, for all of those names and occasions. And again, look at that for a piece of home decor. I love that. Time waits for no man. Absolutely stunning. And I know a lot of you will be going for these. Honestly, that's a brilliant price, £13.59, $19.71 for the full alphabet and your numbers included as well. Home decor pieces like this one too, Hope, Dream, Love, really, really very popular at the minute, and that's what you've got the ability to create with this collection. Again, proving very, very popular indeed.
So we've just added the little birthday message onto there, and we can add a bit of glitter, a bit of sparkle, but I just want, this morning we made the bigger cards.
Yes.
And I'm just going to bring this in because this is the sunrise scene here. This is using the dies and cutting into it. So you've got the versatility to make them lots of different ways. It's all about having fun. We've got the gorgeous little house there that we can do quite simply. Remember, you can use your little pens and highlight detail on all of the characters because they're so simple to follow. You can just cut your own plain backgrounds. You could use embossing folders, create a textured background for them to sit on. But they are really lovely, cute characters that you bring to life and tell your own little stories with.
I absolutely love these, and again, you'll notice with the collection, obviously springtime, you've got loads of sort of Easter characters in there, haven't you? Because you've got the chicks and you've got the bunnies in there. Great for making projects this year as well. And like Dawn says, you know what? Great for getting the kids involved over Easter time, you know, doing some crafting with them, inspire them, get their imagination going. They'll love to create like this because you can pick up little bits of home decor pieces, you know, like these little canvases, you know, like these little MDF frames that you can then decorate with the children and get them involved, get their creativity going. They will love working with this collection. Remember, what you're going to receive with it is the full set of dies. So you've got all of the dies there that work in conjunction with your cut into colour pack. So you've got Bert and also Lulu with all of their different bits and pieces. So Bert's got his gardening implements and his flowers. Lulu's there with all of the beautiful creatures that you've seen. And then you've got your house there as well, which you can build up with the toadstools and everything else that comes with it. And then, of course, you've got your cut into colour pack, which is all of those designed sheets in there for all of the characters that you've seen. The house is in there, Bert and Lulu, and of course you've got the scenes available for you to build up your projects with as well. Proving really popular. We're at 40% now of the stock gone of that collection, the springtime gonks, and I cannot wait for the next collection to come through. It is a good band name, Johnny, actually, isn't it? Please welcome on stage the Springtime Gonks. Maybe that's the next collection. Bert and Lulu start a band. I don't know, just putting it out there. Shall we have a look at the glitter card? And again, we've got two sets for you here. So soft tones, first of all, you're going to get 90 sheets in total. So 9 colours, 10 sheets of each. Talk to me, Dawn, about your glitter card because, again, it feels to me like this is the glitter card that I think a lot of people love, and the fact that it's not going to shed, is it?
Exactly. This is a non-shed glitter card, and it's very special glitter card that you can stamp onto. Glitter card that doesn't shed at all. It's a very smooth texture to it. It just gives you a beautiful, beautiful finish. Now, there is glitter card and glitter card, Ben.
Yes.
Not everybody realises that, but it does make a big difference what you're getting. Now, this quality of glitter card, if you bought it on the high street here in the UK, you are looking at about 65 pence a sheet.
Wow.
We have got 90 sheets here. We've got 10 different colours, 90 sheets, 9 different colours in there. And it just is divine. It's a beautiful quality of cardstock. You're going to fall in love with it. It's going to give you amazing results. You can die cut it. You can even use it with a digital die cutting machine.
Oh, yeah.
Because it actually isn't real glitter.
What?
No, glitter card is not actually this glitter. There is glitter card with loose glitter on top, and that's the one that sheds and gets all over you. This is actually, believe it or not, a film that has been debossed that gives you that amazing result with it.
Wow, okay.
So it's stunning. The colour, the quality. Now this is, I think you've got the soft tones there. The soft tones has that sharp black in as well, which gets us ready for the Halloween.
Here he
But
is.
you have got in here the beautiful silver and the gold. You've got your soft black. You've also got, I think it's the old gold at the end of there too. And then you see that's like a champagne gold. You see how beautiful that is. Then you've got the stronger old gold there. Going back to the beginning, you do have the beautiful pink. Now, the pinks and purples, I am a pink and purple girl, are different in this and the bright tones. So you do have two different shades there. You can see your bright pink and your softer pink. And then you've also got this incredible, look at that.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that purple.
Beautiful.
Then you've got that gorgeous blue. You've also got a beautiful green in here. So the colour palette on this is phenomenal. I actually didn't think we had any of this to bring you, so we are very lucky. And I was also told that the cost on, you know, all the shipments coming into the UK now are ridiculous.
Yeah.
And just to give you an example, a container of craft products that we ship in that was £4,800 is now £18,000.
You are...
I'm not joking. From £4,800 to £18,000 for a container of products being shipped in. That's with all the COVID taxes, the Brexit taxes, everything. It's gone through the roof. So I thought this shipment, I didn't expect this to come in because we said what we'll have to do is reduce the packs to 50 sheets. This was already on the water. So we have maintained the price on this, but we do know that later on this year, the prices is going to skyrocket.
Yeah.
So for this quality of cardstock, and I'm a stickler to maintain that we could get a cheaper quality and ship that in and absorb the cost that way, but no, I want the best. And that's what you're getting here. You're getting a fantastic quality of glitter card that cuts beautifully. You can stamp onto it, you can emboss on it. And I haven't used these phenomenal embossing folders before, but wow. So I was just playing with this. Let me go, I put this cerise in here now. So I've just taken the glitter card just to show you. And I'm on the right side, I think, yeah. I'm going to pop that inside there.
Okay.
And I am going to run this through the machine here. I've kept the magnetic sheet in on this one, and I've put, because I want a nice depth to it, just the base plate and the plastic plate on the top. I'm running that through. And basically, this is just pushing all of that detail into the glitter card. And it just is... Just look at it. Can't believe it. Can you see that?
Oh, look at that.
You're over me. Look at that. Where you go? Where you go? Where you go?
you go this way. I'll go that way.
Now, we can then take an ink pad and drag that over the top of that, and it will pick up all those highlighted surfaces. But you have got that most beautiful embossed detail to it. Cutting it, and the other thing, I'm going to take the house. This is our Gonk house.
Yeah.
And you've got all of that fabulous detail into there. Let's do blue. Let's go for blue. These are just delicious colours. I'm a very messy crafter, Ben. You've remembered now, haven't you?
Well, yeah, it's all coming.
You didn't like
it's
to
all
say
coming
anything.
flooding back to me now.
I just have to have everything all over the place.
Yeah.
And there's nothing I can do about it. I just
You know what?
can't.
It's a very, it's a busy area you've got over there. Let's call it busy.
Don't say so much. I know, I'm terrible. I'm not going to change after 28 years of doing this.
No.
Because I want everything, and I have to have everything around me, just in case I might need it.
I think
and
if
then
you're,
I can't find
if you're not making a mess, you're not having fun, are you not?
Of course. That's what it's all about, isn't it?
Yeah.
Having fun. You've not really had fun if you haven't made a mess,
No.
have you? No, you haven't. Right, so this now, let me show you. This is the house, the Gonk's house. Now take a look, we've got all of the little windows cut out here.
Yeah.
Can you see, if I go forward, can you see all the etched effect
Yeah.
in there? You see that detail?
Got you.
It flattens the actual glitter card and gives us the etching. I probably haven't picked the best colour actually for light reflection. But you actually have the detail around, even the wood grain in the doors. What I'm going to do, just to show you, I'm going to move this mess over. Look at the mess. You see, it's just the glitter card making them.
We've got the brights as well, don't forget. And
We do. Do you want to do that? Well, I just find my ink pad.
And I just wanted to point out as well, because I picked up, and I'm sure you guys did at home as well, picked up on what Dawn was saying about glitter cards. So if you have, like, you know, potentially go out to your shop and you pay 65p for a sheet of glitter cards, look at the price we're doing it for. Like, so there's 90 sheets here again in the gorgeous bright. So you've got 9 colours, 10 sheets of each. I mean, my maths isn't brilliant, but if it's 65p per sheet, and we're charging £19.20 or $27.84, I think you get a bit of an idea as just to what an unbelievable buy this is this afternoon. So please do not miss out. It's a huge buy. At this price, I would be snapping up both the soft tones and this beautiful brights as well. Producer Johnny is just saying, you guys are shopping until you are dropping. It is gonking crazy.
If it was £100, it would be £65.
Exactly.
If it was 100 pieces, it would be £65,
yeah.
wouldn't it? So it's about £50 odd worth of value, and you're getting it for that crazy price. And honestly, believe me, until you get this in your hands, you won't realise the difference in quality of glitter card. This is a premium quality, smooth surface, non-shed glitter card, and the colours are just so vibrant. So for die cutting, for embossing, you know, you can use it even for your construction, for base cards. Chocolate brown, look at that.
I know, it's gorgeous.
That's just phenomenal. Now, I can't find just a dye-based black ink pad, but I've got my VersaFine here. Let's try it with this one. And all we're going to do is, I need to poke those bits out, but is just run over. Can you see now how the detail is coming up?
Yeah.
So you can actually emboss like this, but you want a StazOn. The best ink pad for this is StazOn, because it's felt based. You want a felt based ink pad and a permanent one. So your StazOn is going to give you the best effect for you to do this sort of thing. But you can see there straight away, can you see all that embossed detail now popping up?
Yeah.
So it etches and it pushes in. I had another one earlier that was much better in a darker colour. While I've got this out, not that it's the ideal one, but let's go to that rose. I meant to ask if one of you dye-based ink pads. But look now, can you see how again it's just picking up those raised areas?
Look at the detail and the petals now coming through.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah,
so now, I'm sure these are on the website, you can cut those beautiful blooms out, couldn't you? But can you see how that wonderful debossing is bringing to life? So from just debossing, whether it's a die, whether it's one of the embossing folders, with the glitter card, also with the pearl card. I've got to try this embossing folder with the pearl card.
I love like the crafty improv that's going on here. We're just going off the rails a little bit. By the way, half the stock of the bright tones is gone. I need to let you know that. We are so busy across the board here. We're going in about 4.5 minutes, but make sure you check out after the show. Dawn is back at 7 o'clock this evening during launch party, where we'll show you the mechanical menagerie with Charles the Chimp, Boris the Bear, and all the other characters. If you want the jumbo foam roll, if you want any of the dies as well, the filigree dies, get those in between shows, because likelihood is they'll be sold out by the time we arrive at 7 o'clock.
I've just got too carried away, haven't I, playing?
I love it, though. We love it.
And don't forget, if you want to go on to Crafting with Dawn Bibby, my Facebook page, the group, I'm going to cut this off because it's crinkled around the edge of it. There are finished photographs of all the gonks and the mechanical menagerie. They're there for your inspiration. All my design team are there, so you can chat with them and ask questions. You just have to answer a few questions to join in to make sure you're a bona fide crafter. Look at that with a pearl card. Look at the detail there. Isn't that gorgeous? Again, we could just rub the ink pad over the top of it. Just beautiful, amazing, absolutely amazing embossing folders too.
So many of you are shopping right now. Bert and Lulu have ran away and stumbled into my cart, says Nick Connie, those pesky gonks jumping in everyone's carts. And Lorna Green says, hi Ben and Dawn, this is my first time tuning in for the programme. I will surely tune in again. How many hours is it on for? Well, this show's about to end. We have an hour's break, and then we're back at 6 o'clock UK time, which is 1 o'clock Eastern for launch party and more with Dawn as well. We've literally got 3 minutes minutes left and so much to cover over the course of the next hour. What have you got left to show us in the last 3 minutes?
Oh
Dawn?
gosh, shall we just have a really quick look at mechanical menagerie?
Oh, why not?
Can I show you some of the animals? I'm just going to bring you some of these fabulous animals in because we just didn't get a chance to look at them. We have got Boris the bear,
Cute.
we've got Esmeralda,
Ooh,
the
I
elephant,
love that name.
and we have got Charlie, the chimp. Now, they come with a beautiful filigree work. Now, each of the actual die sets actually has, it's a little bit of a steampunk theme, but I haven't put any steampunk into the animals themselves because I'm a big fundraiser for animal charities.
Oh, brilliant.
And I wanted you to be able to do that without having that steampunk element, but you've got steampunk accessories. So Boris the bear has his cravat, he has his spectacles, he has his hat.
Love it.
Charlie the chimp has his pipe, his monocle, his hat again, and his little belts. Esmeralda the elephant, she has a hat, she has a beautiful decoration there when she's on parade.
Yeah.
She has her little tusk decorations and some little cogs. Now, the idea is that all of these, you can swap around the accessories, but we do have this set which is as brave as a bear, you are a cheeky chimp,
Aw.
I will never forget, elephant. So you can mix those words. You've got the cogs, you've got the clockwork tree, which is fabulous. So all those little cogs fit on there. You've got all these beautiful palm trees. You've also got all of those lovely little blooms, because I wanted to bring, if I could, a more feminine element to it. So you can see here with the palm trees. We've got gorgeous background papers, so please check the website. Those you can cut out. There's our lovely Boris, and he's all dressed in his Sunday best
Oh, look at him, his finest
with
there.
the hat. So these are really inspirational. We'll have a look at them later tonight, but do check them out on the website. It's meant to be fun. The animals can be used on their own, but you can steampunk them up as well. So it's all about playing, enjoying, inspiring, hopefully, and you just having fun with all these fabulous products.
You absolutely need to come back later on. Margaret, I've just seen your message. We've literally got a minute left. I haven't got time to flick through them all, but yes, the Pearl card is 300 GSM. So the colours you've got the pastel tones. We'll flick through these in more detail later on. You've also got your green and blue. You've got the purple and pinks. And then you've also got the spring tones in there as well. And once again, I promise you we'll look through those in more detail a little bit later on, along with the mechanical menagerie, which you guys are loving. And I'm sure there'll be lots more to show you as well. Any of the new stuff that we launched in this hour needs to be checked out. If it's in your carts, if it's in your baskets, do not go away and go, oh, I'll come back and check that out later on, because it's that busy that someone might sneak and nip into your cart and take out your item, because that does happen here. So get those items checked out. Dawn, thank you so much.
Thank you. It's been great fun.
Up for 7 o'clock?
Yep. Back then later, we'll have more crafty playing.
We certainly will. Looking forward to it. And thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all of your messages. I'll be back at 6 o'clock. Launch party. You wouldn't want to miss it. Dawn will see you with me at 7 o'clock. Until then, bye for now.